you need to shut the fuck up.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Price does not include tax. Dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Welcome to Friday Night Freedom, and I am your host, Minx, and I'm with Pookie tonight, and it is November 17th, 2017. Hello, Pookie.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, like always.
Well, I mean, I would hope so. Friggin'. I think we need to get you a cam, though. I think everyone needs to see your country bumpkin.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to hurt the viewership.
No. I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But yeah. How was your week, dude?
Pretty slow, actually. Pretty slow.
Yeah. Why was it slow?
It was just a slow week, nice and slow, the way I like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if slow is a bad thing or not. Like, I feel like I never get to talk to you. So
yeah,
you know.
I guess that works.
Right?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I don't know either.
I'm asking questions on the side here. I'm trying to do two things at once.
Pookie's over here like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm just, Pookie.
I'm confused.
Right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so my week was pretty long. It was my first week back on full-time status, and I've already pulled call, and I've already had to get called in while on call, so that's fun. It's always a good time.
You got called in while on call?
Yeah. So basically what had happened was that someone came in that needed emergency surgery after I finally, I didn't leave the hospital last night until almost 7. And then at 7:30 I got called back in, and I was there until about 9:30. So it was a good time. It was a good time. I was like, fuck, I was right about to eat dinner. And then my phone rang, and I was like, damn it. It's the worst timing. It really is.
No, I honestly thought you said you got called in while you were called in again.
No.
I was like, what?
No. And then they almost had me pull call tonight for labor and delivery because one of the night shift people got caught in my section going through a sharp box where anesthesia throws all their leftover drugs. Naughty. But apparently his drug test came back clean, so...
Well, that's even worse, because if he's digging through drugs, he's probably selling them.
Right, exactly. And sometimes anesthesia doesn't label their fucking syringes, so we don't fucking know what's in there. Most drugs look exactly the same, and so you're just like, well, is this going to get me high, or is this going to paralyze every function in my body to include breathing? We don't know. It's like a fucking Russian roulette of drugs. May the odds ever be in your favor.
That sounds like one of those 1970s cocktail parties where you just reach in and grab a pill.
Oh my god, dude, no, fuck that. No. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Freedom. Like I said, I'm your host, Minx. I am with Pookie. That is the country bumpkin that you can hear on the other end of the line. You can't see him, but he's all bearded out and scraggly hair. Think Mountain Man, and that's Pookie. Like, I mean, I don't mean to stereotype, but that's what you look like.
Oh, well, I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I think you should. But, okay, so I really, like, honestly, I just have to give a big shout out to the United States Navy. Congratulations for winning the biggest dick pic award. I'm not really sure what you're going to get, but, I mean, I think it's fucking hilarious. Especially because, like, in the news article that I read about this, because apparently nobody has a goddamn sense of humor anymore. You know, these people are like taking pictures of this, so ergo, it is the largest dick pic ever. And sending it to news agencies, and they are outraged because of a fucking chemtrail behind a jet that happens to be in the shape of a possibly dick. I don't know. Get your minds out the gutter. I couldn't really see it. There were no veins. So, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it could have been better. Work on your shit, Navy. Like, your dick drawing skills need to get better. But yeah.
I don't know, from an avionics point of view, that's pretty epic.
I mean, it is.
Could, like,
It's
calculate
fucking...
wind speed and all types of shit.
I think it's honestly, I fucking love it. And I hope that crew does not get in trouble. Like, I know that, you know, for publicity, on a, like, public affairs standpoint, the Navy has to say, like, oh, the perpetrators are going to be punished or whatever, and, like, this goes against our morality, and, like, this goes against our Navy morals and ethos and all this other shenanigans. But I think that, I hope, anyways, that nothing happens to this pilot, because, like, fucking, he's got a sense of humor. Why are you going to punish him for that? Like, it's a fucking line in the sky. And the parents up in Washington State who are freaking out about having to explain to their children basic human anatomy. Like, mommy, what is that? If you're freaking out, I mean, like, what am I supposed to tell my kid? Maybe you shouldn't fucking have kids, because one of these days you're going to have to sit them down and tell them all about sex. And if you can't fucking tell them about basic human anatomy, like, oh, apparently someone's trying to draw a dick and some balls. Like, I feel so bad for your kid, because they're going to get in the real world and they're going to be fucked up. So, right, exactly.
The best meme I've seen right now is, was it the Bob Ross? And he's like, just happy chemtrails.
That's amazing. I saw one that Mom put in the team chat, which, Mom, you're on vacation. Let me just throw that out there, Mom. Is, like, you know, from Top Gun. And it's like, you know, requesting a permission for a flyby, negative, you know, the pattern's full. And then the dick pic. And then the guy spilling coffee all over himself. I was like, yes. Like, I hope that was someone's reaction. Looking up at this guy, oh my God, it's a dick.
That's so epic, though. I wish we'd see more of this shit.
Like, honestly, I think we should. Like, people need to just lighten the fuck up. And, like, who fucking cares? It's literally, like, 3 lines. Who gives a shit? Like, it's a figure 8 and a fucking long, exaggerated U. Like, if you're having issues talking to your kids about, you know, oh, well, what do you think that looks like? You know, like, there's ways to fucking get around explaining to a kid, like, oh, that's someone trying to be funny and they drew a dick. Like, they drew a penis. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if
That's
you...
exactly where I go with it.
You know, like, make something up. Like, you know, obviously you're creative enough to get someone to have sex with you and to make a kid with you. So I'm sure you can create some sort of story and be like, oh, well, what does it look like to you, little Timmy? You know, like, there's ways to get around this. But,
Abe Lincoln's hat.
Right? Yes. Or like one of those 10-gallon caps like that cowboys wear. You know, something.
Or a microphone.
Right? Justin has a very good point. Whoever gets mad at it must feel really inferior. Touche, Justin.
I'm just waiting for like one of the other branches to try and pull another stunt, like one up Navy now.
Right? What was it that the army did? Oh yeah, they put rocks in the shape of a dick, and like someone from a drone or a helicopter took pictures of it. Like, oh, the army made like rocks into a dick. Oh no. Meanwhile, the Navy's over there like sipping their beer, like, oh, hold my beer, let me one up this one. So I'm excited to see what the Air Force does, because let's face it, they're the smart branch, allegedly, and hopefully we get like a whole bunch of them, like dicks in formation.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Red, white, and blue dicks in the sky.
Yes. You know, fucking, we, like, Marines aren't really gonna do shit. Like, let's be honest. Like, they're just not. Like, we're gonna hand them crayons. They're gonna be like, oh, snack time. Awesome. But, you know, and I don't really expect much.
The army will just keep the spray painting dicks on random shit.
Right? Dude, when I was in fucking Afghanistan, like, there were, like, you know how people would spray paint, like, symbols and stuff on the bunkers and all the, like, T-walls out in Afghanistan? Like, there were so many that I was like, oh, that's a dick. Oh, there's another one. And, it, you know, no one fucking cared. No one got offended. It was just like, got me. You know? Whatever. I don't know what to tell you. Fucking.
Still pretty epic.
It is epic. But yeah, you know, of course the Navy had to issue their formal apology and how this is, you know, absolutely unacceptable and blah, blah, blah. And apparently Navy officials said that they cannot police morality. Whatever the fuck that means. So.
Oh, God.
Oh, goodness. Oh, another funny story that I found. So apparently a 7th grader is under fire in Georgia for wearing a fake news network t-shirt to the CNN office.
Well, that's pretty epic.
Like, this kid's gonna be a professional troll one day. So yeah, Georgia family is under fire for allowing a 7th grader to wear a t-shirt that mocked liberal news network CNN on a school field trip to CNN's Atlanta headquarters. But the boys' parents think the school violated the First Amendment by making their son take it off. Now that is a very good point. Like, is that violating the First Amendment? Because he has a freedom to expression.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's a kind of slippery slope.
Right?
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Exactly, Neil. So going back to, you know, the Navy pilot drawing a dick in the sky, behind closed doors, exactly. They're all fucking high-fiving, and all the other pilots in that fucking room are like, God damn it, we should have done that ourselves. Everyone knows that. But, you know, on the official statement, they have to be like, we frown on this sort of behavior, but not really. So
I bet the commander was like, that was epic, man, but you're gonna have to do something about
right.
that.
I'm gonna have to kind of give you a slap on the wrist just because it's gonna be expected. So you're not really in trouble, but you kind of are. Right.
I mean, they're hurting for pilots right now anyway, so they're probably not gonna do anything to them.
They're not gonna, like, he's untouchable. He's gonna get a slap on the wrist, and the Navy's gonna be like, all right, moving on. Who's up next? So, yeah. So, Nancy and Stan Jester of, oh my God, DeKalb, are both local elected officials. Oh. She is a county commissioner, and he is a member of the local school board. Their son, 7th grader Jackson, wore the shirt mocking CNN logo as FNN, or, you know, with the caption Fake News Network. Because, you know, everyone knows Daddy Donald Trump calls CNN fake news.
You are fake news.
You're right. You're fake. You're wrong. Oh, I'm going to sneeze.
That was huge.
I know, right? Ugh, gross. Then like I can't like be like, everyone look at Pookie while I go like blow my nose. It's the only part that sucks about like being the only face on air is that you know, I've got snot all over my hands right now and I can't take care of it because you're the only one, like, you're the only one you're watching, or I'm the only one you're watching. There we go. Ugh. Like, I need to blow my nose. All right. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Oh, there's Pookie's face. No, you need to go. Oh my God. You look so scary. Never mind. You guys don't want to see Pookie's face. Don't. Ah. Like legit mountain man. Like, but the scary kind, like where like banjos are playing in the background as he's walking up to you. And you're like, no.
Squeal.
Oh my God. Okay, so I know I'm getting severely sidetracked, but you know, hey, welcome to me, and this is my brain and how it works and how my show normally goes. So sorry. But have you seen that video of a right, exactly, Allison put up a random picture. Yeah, right. Okay, I'll get right on that. That's a good idea though. I need to do that. I do need to do that. But yeah, no. Anyways, so have you seen that YouTube video of some like backwoods, like Bayou, Louisiana hillbillies who like are playing banjos and shit and they're chasing some marathon runners?
No, I have not seen that, but that sounds like shit.
Hilarious. Because they catch one.
It's gotta be scary as shit.
They catch like these fucking big old like rednecks and nothing but overalls and like no shirt. They're all like trying to run after some of these runners. They caught one and carried him back.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, there's a whole band back there playing fucking country bumpkin songs. Hilarious. I don't know if I could ever find that again. It's like a 5-minute long video, but it's fucking hilarious. Right.
That sounds like what goes around here a lot, but
right. Neil, I think you can find that on like YouTube. I don't know. Just Google hillbillies and marathon, or I don't know. Backwoods Bayou people. What are they called? They're not hillbillies because there's no hills in Louisiana.
You thought Cajuns?
The Cajuns. Backwoods Cajuns. Oh my God.
I mean,
it's so bad.
I mean, I could say some things, but I don't think they're radio appropriate.
Right. It's fucking, it's hilarious though. I thoroughly enjoy it. But that's me, and that's my twisted sense of humor. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So apparently on Thursday, the House passed the GOP tax bill.
Sweet.
Right? So that would overhaul the U.S. tax code, and this is a crucial step forward in their effort to enact the centerpiece of President Trump's economic agenda. So the bill passed with 227 votes in favor and 205 against. A comfortable margin in the divided chamber. 13 Republicans voted against the bill, while no Democrats voted for it. I mean, obviously, because it's President Trump stuff. So why would any Democrat vote for it? Like, this is why we need term limits on fucking Congress.
It's never going to happen.
I know, but it needs to. Fucking needs to. So, Trump and Republican leaders in Congress are aiming to pass legislation by year's end that would simplify the tax code and deliver $1.5 trillion in tax cuts over a decade. Both the House and the Senate bills deliver the majority of the cuts to corporations and wealthy Americans. But there are significant differences between the bills that would have to be resolved. So passing the bill is a major victory for House leaders, including Speaker Paul Ryan, who have long asserted that cutting taxes on the wealthy and businesses will spur economic growth and will provide benefits for all Americans. Apparently, President Trump visited House Republicans personally Thursday to urge support for the bill, leaving them, according to multiple people at the closed-door meeting, with a concise closing message. I love you. Now go vote. And then the article just fucking continues from there. It's interesting. So what do you think? Like, I know it kind of follows Reaganomics, where, you know, you cut taxes for the wealthy and it's supposed to trickle down to, you know, the not wealthy.
I mean, I guess like in the 80s it worked. Mm-hmm. It might work now. I mean, we are like one of the highest taxed, like corporate tax nations in the world, and we really do need to compete with the rest of the world, or no one's going to want to like build factories here.
Yeah,
you know, it's what we need: factories, jobs. So I don't know. I mean, I don't agree with income tax at all, because I think it's just like straight up theft. That's me, but I mean, whatever.
That's why I live in a state that has no state income tax. We have property tax, but no state income.
Oh, so. I mean. Yeah.
Right? Exactly, Justin. Cutting my taxes. Like, yeah, no, let's cut my taxes. But, I don't know. Like, the whole tax thing, it confuses me. Economics just, I'll be flat out honest. Economics in and of itself as a subject confuses the shit out of me. I don't know. Oh, no, wait, I do know. The only way I passed that class in high school was by turning in a shitload of extra credit literally on finals week. That is the only way I passed that class. And I got an A on our big project, which kept me from getting like, you know, a legit F. I was at like a D-, and then I was like, extra credit. So brought it up to a D+, because I don't understand economics. It's not appealing to me. I don't know how I aced that fucking project. It was like, you know, pick stocks and then watch it and then graph the changes or something. I'm like, I don't understand what you want me to do. Like, okay, so my econ class was literally like, you know, 7 a.m, right? Every day, my teacher came into class hungover and or still drunk. And like super disheveled. So I didn't fucking learn shit in that class except how to watch, you know, the stock market page on a newspaper and be like, oh, this one has gone up and this one has gone down. I can't tell you which one to pick, but this one seems to, you know, go up a lot. So buy it in that one. I don't fucking know. Like,
It's a beast, and I used to trade stocks, and I don't do it anymore because you know money and everything. But
right, I want, you know, like that. Like, I don't know how to fucking do that shit. Like, I don't know.
You gotta watch the news. You gotta watch Bloomberg and Fox Business and all that all the time. That's what you gotta do.
Oh, my dad, like my biological dad, he did buy me a book on like financial stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, is this book written in English? Because I don't understand anything in this. Like, it's like economics is not my strong suit. Medicine,
fiduciary,
medical, anything to like that heals other people, got it. Hands, like, I got this shit on lock. Economics, I know I need money to survive, but that's about it. Like, I got the basics.
I need money to feed my face.
Right?
Yeah, that's about it.
Right? Exactly. Like, I enjoy food. I have, you know, which everyone here can obviously see. I enjoy food and wine, and in order to get food and wine, I need to have money. So I understand the whole like goods and services part in exchange for money. I get that. I kind of wish we would. Sometimes I wish we'd go back to like a barter system. Be like, hey, I'll give you this for, you know, some of that. But I understand that that's not feasible anymore.
It's not the 1700s anymore.
No, it's not. Like, hey, I've got some like beads. Like, you want to give me some food? I don't know. I've got pretty rocks. Here you go. They were worth about the same, right? You know, I don't know. Like, I can help heal your broken bone, so give me food. But, you know, whatever. That's just me, though.
Well, everyone has their expertise in something.
Right. Justin, I'm an expert in Reconomics.
Exactly. Reconomics?
Yeah, Reconomics.
Savage.
Exactly, Leanne. Snacks cost money. We do need money for snacks. That is very, very true. No, I don't know. Like it baffles me. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's the story of my high school life and how I, like, you know, like honestly, he was just this drunk Irishman, like. And like he had the ginger hair and everything, and he lived up to this stereotypical Irishman where you're like, you're hammered right now, aren't you? Like, I'm pretty sure there was a bottle of Jameson in his desk at all times.
That sounds like my history teacher in high school.
Yeah. And in my head, I was like,
was he also a football coach?
No. I don't know. Was he? No. I don't even remember his name. I do remember though that he was the drunk Irishman. And he was my first period class my senior year. And I was like, why the fuck am I here if he's asleep at the desk? But yeah, no. Okay. So like it was so bad in high school. So I'm the kind of person who, if the class doesn't interest me at all, I'm not going to do the homework. Which is
you're one of them people.
Oh, I was. You got homework turned in? No, I don't fucking like this class. Why am I going to do homework for this? I don't know how I graduated. Because it wasn't like I was sucking dick on the side. Like, I didn't fucking do that. Unlike some of these people. Speaking of, did you see that article of that Oklahoma teacher?
I saw that. What is going on with this?
Dude, I don't know. Okay, so I was talking about it with a bunch of my coworkers today during lunch, and we're all confused because one, she's 22, and they did not state how old this kid was. So, okay, so for those of you who have not seen, exactly, Ben, $20 is $20. But so basically what had happened was that a 22-year-old science teacher was caught having a sexual relationship with an underage student in Oklahoma. Now, age of consent in Oklahoma is like 16, I believe. Don't quote me, I'm probably wrong, but it's one of those like states where you're like, God damn, that's young. I do know that he was in a school that played football because her husband is the football coach at the same school. So whether that's middle school, which I really hope it's not, or, he was a freshman and or sophomore in high school, like either way, he's under 16 because they didn't even mention the kid's name or his age. Justin, I came back at the wrong time. But no, okay. So basically what had happened was that the parents went through this kid's phone and found many explicit text messages between teacher and student, to include multiple dick pics that he sent her. Apparently she sent... No, oh my God, Justin, no, I did not do any of this. No, let me clarify. This is not me. Not me. And then
you gotta jump from one subject to the next.
I know, right? This is what I get. Okay, but then then what happened is that they also found pictures of this teacher who again is 22 sending nude photos, vag and titty shots to, probably a 15-year-old, possibly 14. We don't know because the article did not state the minor's age. But yeah, so she got caught. She's being charged with possession of child pornography, second-degree rape of a minor. Like, she's being charged with a lot of shit right now.
I saw her picture. She's a decent-looking girl, so I don't know what her issue is.
I mean, I don't know. But so talking about it at work today, we were all in the same mindset of where the fuck were these teachers when we were in school? One, and I know I'm not alone on this. I know I'm not.
Yes.
I know all you sick motherfuckers out there are thinking the same goddamn thing. And then two, obviously it's not the kid ratting himself out because obviously males kiss and tell, that's a fact. But I'm sure the teacher would have told him, you can't tell anyone about us, otherwise I'm going to get in deep shit. So this has to stay between us. If I was a teacher and I was going to fuck one of my students, which thank God I'm not a teacher because I don't, ew. I don't know, maybe if it was a 17-year-old and I'm like, hey, when do you turn 18? Okay, yes, no, we're going to wait until that time frame, and then we're going to wait until I'm not your teacher. Because that's your fucking student. You're charged to take, fucking learn them some shit. Oh, it's really bad grammar. Sorry.
Oh God, you've been talking to me too long.
I know, right? But yeah, no, exactly, Justin, father, son, knuckles, bruh. Just don't tell your mom I caught, this is going on. But no, okay, so parents went through the minor's phone, found these explicit pictures, contacted authorities, investigation started, and that's how they get caught.
No, now it just clicked in my head. This probably was happening a lot more back when we were kids.
Because there were no cell phones.
No cell phones, no social media. There you go.
Exactly. There's so many, this isn't a new thing. Teacher-student relationships, let's face it, this is not a new thing. There's a lot of how-to videos on the interwebs, especially at sites like, Pornhub or Xporn or I don't know, a bunch of the other ones. There's a lot of instructional how-to videos on how to pick up your students if you're a teacher, or how to pick up your teacher if you're a student.
Are you serious?
It's called porn.
Oh, okay.
No, porn. What is porn if not instructional how-to videos?
You got my little cogs rolling in my head right now.
I mean, but that it's true.
It's true, yeah.
Spencer, send links for research purposes. You got it, dude.
Not for me, a friend asked.
Right? Yeah, no, not for Spencer, but Spencer's friend. I think I winked. I'm not sure. I think it was a really awkward one. Hold on. Sorry. I tried to be all coy and shit, but I think I just ended up looking retarded. I don't know. I can't fucking girl well.
Derpy.
I am. Oh, goodness. What?
I said being derpy's okay.
Right? Every so often, right? It's socially acceptable. Maybe. I don't know.
Not when you're me and derpy 24/7. That's bad.
Only allegedly. Oh, another feel good story. Spencer Williams. I have a 17-year-old son. All right. Oh, Spencer. So if you're a kid, if your son was banging his hot teacher, would you be upset? I have questions. I need to know for scientific reasons. Teaching moment. He's going to teach his kid how to pick up his teacher.
Oh, God.
Yes. No, this is good. Yeah, just make...
Okay.
Oh, my God. No. Oh, I'm glad you're going to, high five. Very nice. My sister, number 3 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. Oh my God.
Oh, God.
High five. Oh my God. These comments are great.
Yes.
Fucking, dude, fucking Tuesday they had an auction in the comments. I think they auctioned off all my shit. I'm still waiting for that money to come in though. Like they auctioned.
Little do you know you're not going to see it.
They auctioned off everything. And they auctioned off all of Grey Cloud's stuff. It was actually rather hilarious. They were getting upset we were not paying attention to the auction. It was a good time on Tuesday.
I think daylight saving time had me fucked up Tuesday, and I was sleeping at like 5 in the afternoon.
Dude, I wish I could go to sleep that early. But then I'll wake up at like 9 and be like, oh, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And then I'm fucked for the next day.
The last 2 weeks, I think I've woken up before 10 o'clock, and I get mad when I do that, and it's just been nonstop.
I need you to stop talking, like, right now. I get up at 4:30, Monday through Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, well, I have to be, so, it's because then, like, normally I hit the snooze button 5 times. Because I'm just like, no, I don't want to leave my bed, right? Who wants to fucking get up at 4:30 in the morning? But then I shower and I leave the house for work because I have to be at work at 6. So I leave the house at 5:30 to make sure I get to work on time, which I normally get there 20 minutes early. So then I just sit in the car contemplating, like, do I really need this job? But then I go back to my basic understanding of economics. Oh, full circle. And I'm like, yes, I do need I do need this job because I need to buy food and wine. So we came full circle. Hell yes.
That was pretty epic. High five.
Right. No, my snooze button is on the 5-minute intervals. So I stay in bed an extra like 25, 30 minutes before I'm like, all right, now I have to get up.
I used to do that when I was in the Army, but it was more like 30 snooze options. I'd sleep through the first like 5 of them.
Right.
And then I get near that time where I needed to wake up, my alarm would go off every minute. Mm-hmm. So I'd just be forced to get up at that point.
But yeah, so so another feel-good story is a man who was imprisoned, for punching his newborn daughter to death was killed. Oh, sorry. I got too excited. He was killed by his roommate inmate earlier this week. So exciting.
Yes.
So apparently this man in Britain was convicted of brutally bashing his newborn baby like she was 2 days old.
Okay.
And what the fuck does a 2-day-old do to warrant being beaten to death? I don't know, but apparently, according to this douchebag, she just wouldn't stop crying. So according to his fucking logic, he's like, I'm gonna punch the shit out of her. Well, anyways, earlier this year, he was sentenced to 10 years to life, right? Wait, fuck that up.
What?
Wait for it. He's 10 years to life in prison. That sentence came to an abrupt end when authorities say fellow inmate John Westland allegedly killed this dude. Westland has been charged in Dean's death and has a hearing scheduled for Thursday. I think, in my honest opinion, that they should let Weston out of jail.
Yes, he did a public service, and not all heroes wear capes. This guy was wearing a jumpsuit.
Right? Yes. Right? Everyone fucking knows prison rules. If you fucking kill or like rape or injure a child or a woman, you're like, you have a fucking target on your back. So,
it's like a death sentence. It really is. I mean,
right? Exactly, Allison. Early parole for this Westland dude. Like, I'm gonna start a protest. Like, I've got crayons. I know someone who has poster board. Like, we can get this going. And I'm gonna be like, on a couple of them, like, like, what? Let Westland go. Another one that says, like, I'm here for the cake. I'll probably be holding that one. I'm going to give Spanky one that says, I'm here for the snacks. Like, I was told there would be snacks. So, obviously, that one's Spanky's.
Punch and pop.
But, yeah. Exactly, Neil. He did this world a favor because now this fucking psychopath can no longer, beat a 2-year-old. Or, sorry, 2-day-old. Because it was crying. Like.
That's ridiculous.
Right? Like, hey, the baby's like, why is my baby crying? Newborns only cry for literally 2 reasons. They're hungry.
They shit themselves, or they're tired.
Yeah, they're hungry, they're tired, or they need their diaper changed. That's it. Other than that, newborns don't fucking make a sound. I know, I fucking work in the unit where I'm surrounded by newborns. And all you gotta do is fucking comfort them, hold them a little bit, show them a little bit of attention, like, not with your fist, preferably, and then quiet up. It's amazing. It's like fucking magic.
See, this brings to my argument, right? You need a license in some states to own a gun. You need a license to drive a car. I think 50 states you need a license.
Yeah.
You need a license to go hunting. Why isn't there like a parenting license?
I agree. I completely agree. There needs to be a license. Like, you need to fucking get licensed to breed. Until that happens, sterilization. So there's the sterilization for men that can be, reversed, and it lasts for 10 years. And then same with females. Give them the fucking IUD. There's one that lasts 10 years, fucking until they're fucking mature enough to realize, hey, how do you comfort, a crying infant? If they check the box like, punch them in the head. No, you do not get off of birth control. Not yet. If they check a box like, check their diaper, give them a bottle, like, pick them up, like, fucking do something other than punch them in the head. Okay, yes, now you can breed. And then, for the dudes, we'll give you that reversing shot in your scrotum to fucking take away your, like, blockers. And then for females, we'll fucking, remove the IUD. Problem solved. Yeah. Oh, I was about to quote Ranger from AFT. There we go.
Action figure therapy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right? Where he's always like, problem solved, problem saying solve. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, that reminds me.
What?
I did a case today that I have never done.
What would be this?
I took out a penile prosthetic.
Okay, okay. Explain to me first what that is, and then I could wrap my head around it.
Penis implant.
People get penis implants? Is that a thing?
Yeah, dude, that's a thing.
Holy shit.
Yes. That's a legit thing. Most of the time it's
Is it
for
like a breast implant kind of? Like, is it like a silicone thing, or is it like I don't know.
So it's basically for guys who, have severe erectile dysfunction or who are paralyzed from the waist down and cannot get an erection no matter what, no matter how many drugs they take. So basically what we do is we kind of carve out the tissues on the side that fill with blood, and like they give you the erection, right? And they like make your dick look like, oh, look at me. I'm angry.
Sure.
That was my impression of a dick, like an erect dick, everybody. Sorry. I'm
angry.
not.
It's angry. It's not
Right?
happy. It's angry.
I'm not very good at charades. So basically, so we carve that tissue out and then we put like inflatable balloons almost in there. And then we put like a pump up kind of like in your abdomen area, kind of like, it's right, or, pelvic region. Anyways, that holds like water, right? And then there's a little ball thing, like a little like pump ball action thing in one of your ball sacks that you like you squeeze and it fills up these tubes with water and ta-da, you get a direction. And then, you fucking release it and then it goes away and it's flaccid again. But some of them, like, they kind of make you semi-hard, like, constantly. Like, not full-blown erect where it's, like, shooting straight up in the sky. Like, yes, look at the size of my dick. But, like, it's hard, but it's not hard. So, like...
slumpy.
Yeah, so, like, it's hard, but it's hanging down, right? Yeah. Does that make sense? Does that ever happen to you? Sorry, I know I'm asking really personal questions.
I call it a schlumpy, but it's like pushing limp rope, man.
I'm learning so many things about you. But yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
Careful, the Navy might be watching. LOL. I mean, I hope so. I did tag them. But yeah, so these this poor guy, he came in and so these penile prosthetics, right? We normally do them on older gentlemen who like Viagra, Cialis. What's the other one? It starts with an L.
Lipitor.
That one. Where these kind of these medications don't work, and so they still, but they're still sexually active, or they're still trying to be sexually active. So what do? We go in and we're like, oh, well, here's a fake hard-on. Congratulations. What I didn't know, what I thought for the longest time was that it was strictly for female pleasure because it completely desensitized for the man. That is not true. Apparently, he can still feel everything and can still, in fact, ejaculate. Learn new things every day, right?
So he's got a robot dick and he can still steal a load every now and then?
Like he can still have an orgasm. Mm-hmm.
That's legit, I guess. I mean, if I'm 90 years old, I want something like that. That sounds
right?
Cool.
Yeah, so that way you can, bang all the young bitches who want your money.
I'm not
Economics.
There you go. Back us home. We went for loop-de-loop. Oh, we're going for the dick pic in the sky, right? Just drew the balls. Now we need the shaft, man.
We do but it needs to get veiny. But anyway, so the one I took one out today because it got infected, which is not.
That's no good.
No, it's not.
That's the last place you want an infection as a dude.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So hopefully he can get a new one after the infection clears, but he's going to have to go to a different doctor because there's going to be a lot of scar tissue and just it's going to be bad. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I fucking did today at work. I was like, I've never done one of these. Fucking took like 20 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. No, okay. And then the doc was out of the room and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll dress it. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how did you want me to dress this? But okay. We'll figure it out. Don't you worry. Go on. go on your vacation. Motherfucker. No, but I love my urologist. He cracks me up. He says some of the dirtiest jokes, and like if anyone were to record some of the docs I work with, like we could probably go down for like severe sexual harassment and like inappropriateness and like
Welcome to any job setting.
Yeah, right? It's fucking funny. So I don't know, whatever. And my plastic surgeon, he's super smart. He was telling me today that there's 4 men that every woman needs in her life at the same time. So, ladies, listen up. These are the 4 men you want to get. You want to get an older man because he's going to take care of you. Whether, he's going to do things around the house and he's just going to help out and make your life super easy, right? Then you need a rich man. And he is going to pay for everything, right? So you get yourself a sugar daddy. Every so often you're going to have to put out some sugar to keep sugar daddy happy, but he pays for everything, so fuck it, right? Literally. The third guy that every female needs is a young man because he's got the stamina and the sex drive, and he is going to keep you sexually satisfied. You're welcome. Number 4. The 4th guy every woman needs in her life is the gay best friend. Because who do you go and talk to about the good bang session that you just had from the young guy and how he took you to Pound Town, but your gay best friend, and be like, oh my God, girl, listen to what he just fucking did. He threw me all around the room. I didn't know what was going on. 1 minute my leg's over here, next it's up here. Like, I don't know what just happened, but good Lord, it was good.
Well, it was cold outside. I mean.
So yeah, I kind of countered him on the young guy part because I'm in my 30s right now, right? So I'm in my prime, and I'm like, yes, right? I'm in my fucking prime right now. And I've been with younger guys, and it's just like, it wasn't there. And I'm like, God, like, what's wrong with this picture?
My mother calls those Happy Meals.
That's amazing. You're a Happy Meal?
She's talking to younger when she sees an older woman with a younger dude. She's like, she's out for a Happy Meal.
Yeah. Right? Exactly, Nathan. If she ain't walking funny, you did it wrong. Exactly. And and then when it comes to cunnilingus, if it doesn't look like a goddamn demon is about to be exorcised out of her body, you're doing it wrong. Welcome to Sex Ed with Minx and Pookie on this Friday Night Freedom. We don't know what we're doing.
Well, I meant the shaft. I didn't literally mean the shaft.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
This is too epic.
Right? Normally my Friday shows are not like this. Thanks for being along for the ride, everybody. This is good. Yeah. All right, you guys, we are going to take a quick break. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be like a 4-minute break. So that'll get us about to Nathan, younger guys don't eat it right.
How would you know?
I mean, he's not wrong. There are some things that
from experience.
There are some things that come with age where you're like, yes. Oh my God.
Oh God. I need a drink. Hold on.
No, I'm so red right now. This is amazing.
I'm probably
Allison,
ready.
but I like this one. Allison, get you like 3 more dudes and then you'll be complete on your scheme. Remember, the old guy, the rich guy, the young guy, and the gay guy. And like, we'll be happy. But yeah, no, seriously, my plastic surgeon, he was like, you know, women need multiple men to be happy. And I was like, well, yeah, we've got multiple personalities, so we need a new guy for each personality. Like, hello. Each personality needs to be satisfied here. He started laughing.
Let's find like a bipolar guy and then you're good.
Right? Yes. Oh, Nathan, I know because I've had girls in their 20s go, can you teach a class? Oh, Neil, thanks for watching. It's your first time. Thanks for watching. We've got a show almost every night, so you can find me on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm Minx, by the way, in case you couldn't figure that shit out. I've said it a few times. I don't know. I can't help you after that. But yeah, so we're going to listen to a song from a band called Another Round, and we shall be back at the top of the hour. It's only a 4-minute song, you guys. You guys can hang, like, you can handle this, right? Like, smoke break. Ready? Go. We'll be right back, you guys, after this.
Canvas is blank, no tears have been cried, nobody has lied. Far from complacent, just walking on shells. This feeling that love conquers everything else, until you reach the point in mind. Communicate, so set to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars, so that you'll never forget. Sick of forgiving my mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass heart to millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. Love is gone. So there was a failure to communicate, so set to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end, it's over. I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hello, everybody. See, quick break. Everyone who's stuck, proper grammar here. Here we go. Everyone who's stuck around. Here we go. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. This is awesome. Pookie.
Yeah.
I know you wanted to talk about North Korea.
Oh God, we're gonna get into this.
Oh, we are. Because, we can.
I mean, the article that I sent you, right?
Yeah, that one. The one that.
The one.
That's the one. Would you like me to
Oh God.
kind of explain it to everybody? Because
Yes,
I think you're on your
please.
phone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys. So, capitalism for the win. Am I right, though? So, North Koreans apparently are turning to black markets in order to get food. Because, communism is a great thing. Allegedly. According to the angry Asian Cartman. Respect my authority. So, North Korea could arguably be considered the nation-state equivalent of a time capsule, a society perpetually stuck in the Cold War era. For all the hermit state has been discussed, it is seldom, if ever, noted for any progression, growth, or change of any sort. Black markets have appeared all over the country, effectively feeding thousands of North Koreans. This makes it all the more surprising that North Korea may actually represent one of the most fascinating economic development stories. Dude, we're back on economics. So
Full circle again.
Right? God damn, look at us go. So, from the state's formation in 1948 up until the end of the 20th century, things were relatively unchanging. All industries were seized by the government and nationalized, with basic necessities such as food, clothing, and fuel all being provided by the state. This all changed, however, following the fall of communism and the arduous March famine of the 1990s. With the state no longer able to feed its people, a new system stepped in to take over. Black markets began to appear all over the country, where the distribution system's failure hit especially hard and effectively fed thousands of North Koreans. The rise in black market activity in North Korea led to the millennials of the nation being dubbed, quote, Jangmadang. Jangmadang.
Zhangmangdong.
Jangmangdong. What? Is that how you do it?
I don't know. I'm just using my hillbilly
Right?
knowledge
That's
on
how
how
they-
to pronounce shit.
God, I'm going to sound so racist. That's how they talk, right? Like,
Kinda. I don't know.
Like they're long A's. They're not short, like static A's.
No.
Or
I mean,
Oz, right?
Bogogi,
Jangmangdong.
Bogogi,
Anyways.
Kogoki.
So anyways, they're named after the Korean term meaning market grounds. Initially, these markets consisted of disorganized traders meeting in fields, facing seizure from police if they did not come up with a bribe. Today, this group practice has led to fully fledged markets, complete with stalls, selling food, smuggled electronics, ingredients, and clothes. Certain markets allegedly grew to encompass upwards of 1,000 stalls. That's crazy. Fucking
So in other
capitalism.
words, breaking news: free market capitalism feeds hungry communists.
Right? Exactly. And I know you're really passionate about capitalism and free market.
Yes.
So I want you to talk about this.
So I mean, it's like okay. Look, you could take Venezuela right now. They're in their little starvation period, but you're
Right.
going to see the same thing happen. I mean, if you want to talk about like social experiments or whatever it is, or government experiments, excuse me. I'm talking horrible tonight. But look at North Korea. It is a perfect example. They went straight communism, and now look at them. They're starving. You know, they're eating sawdust because, you know, the great leader says sawdust is good for them, blah, blah, blah. You've got guys running across the DMZ getting shot at. You know, I mean, I mean, it's a failed state. No one wants to recognize it. And I mean, we just need to I mean, they're eventually going I mean, if this is what's happening, it's showing that eventually people are just it's gonna click in the back of everyone's heads like, hey, this system's better than your system, and there's gonna be a revolt eventually.
I mean, you would think, but they're so controlled by the police state. Like, they're what, like, on it, like, okay, so in my head, North Korea is what the extreme left wants us to become. Where everything is taken care of, you know, in fucking air quotes, by Big Daddy government, where, you know, if you don't fall down on the streets crying because the supreme leader died and now you don't know what to fucking do with your life, but you only act like that on by fear of death, you know, but yeah. So that's, I don't know, that's where that's where I think the extreme left wants us to go, which is why they push globalism. That's why they push big government. That's why they're pushing socialism so hard down our throats. Like, oh, we gotta socialize fucking everything. It's like, no, we don't. Like, we really don't. Because then, if you think about it, like, then there's only one set price for everything, which is why a lot of people under the Affordable Care Act, which is a socialized medicine, it's why medicine costs have gone up for a lot of people.
Yes. Yeah, I can argue this all day.
Because there's only one provider, ergo they can set the price however high they want. Whereas if healthcare remains in the free market, now you have competition from different providers, from different insurance companies, trying to get people to buy their insurance to go to these certain providers. And the only way, like, the only incentive they have, you know, besides like, oh, I'm the best doctor doing this, but one of the biggest incentives is cost. And how much it's going to cost someone, you know? And most people, self-included, are going to go with whatever's cheapest. And so, like, the great thing about where I work at is that if, you know, especially now that I'm back on full time, is that I now qualify for their health insurance program, which means I can get seen at my hospital for absolutely $0. I can be seen by the doctors who are part of this hospital group for $0. You know, and it's like, yes, like, why, like, that would be fucking stupid of me and being like, I think I'm gonna go with a third party and have to pay an exorbitant amount of money when I can be like, I'd rather just pay like $25 for an office visit. Easy enough.
That's the big argument right now is, like, everyone's pushing for, like, people push for this third party care, and it never works.
It
like,
doesn't.
If you want to break it down to the way economics works, right? Like, look at, like, you're the medical expert. Look at LASIK surgery. Like, it started out, it was expensive as shit, but it was like a first party pay kind of thing.
Yep.
You pay for the quality that you want or can afford. That's the way it should work.
Philip just said I have a Disney princess nose. I do. It's so little. and it's like turned up at the end. My friends in high school called me Cindy Lou Who. Because like I've got these huge cheeks, right? Especially when I smile. Like I look like a goddamn chipmunk. But then I've got like this itty bitty nose and it's like turned up a little and they're like, Cindy Lou Who. God damn it. But anyways, sorry. Little anecdote right there. You're welcome. But no.
At least you don't have the long pointy nose.
Right? Especially, especially since, I practice witchcraft. So I'm really glad I don't have a super long nose with like a bump in it and like a wart on the end. Because that would just be way too stereotypical and
Fuck stereotypes.
But no, you're exactly right. Once more providers started becoming qualified with LASIK surgery, they started competing against each other. Oh, thanks, Doc. On like when it came to prices and like, I can fix your eyes for half as much as what, this doctor will do it. And I'm board certified to do it just like him. But I'll save you half of half the cost.
Exactly.
And so it blows my mind
Dental
why
care works the same way.
But it blows my mind why people want socialized medicine. Because then
if you want to experience socialized medicine, join the military. That's all I gotta say.
Or the
You'll
VA.
get a prime example.
Or the VA.
Oh, I deal with it all the time with the VA. Yeah.
Like, I've got a fucking Neil.
Oh God.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Fucker.
Oh, God.
I'm not green, okay? And I don't melt in water. I thoroughly enjoy water, actually. But no, this exactly. If they want socialized medicine, join the military, and then get out, and then go to the VA. That's why we have so many issues with the VA. Is because the VA is quite literally socialized medicine because they tell you who to go to and when to see them. Like, you have no choice. And in order to go to any sort of specialist, you have to get a referral. And if your primary care doctor deems that you don't qualify to go see a specialist because your symptoms are not apparent at that appointment, then you don't fucking go. I fucking, prime example, let's talk about me here. So I suffer from, chronic migraines. And, we're talking in the teens every month. It sucks. They've actually gotten a lot better since I got out of the Army, so I'm pretty sure they're service-related. But anyways, they also happened while I was still taking Adderall, so that, anyways. But, I was having 13, 14, 15 migraines a month where I would have to go to the ER and get shots of fucking Dilaudid and morphine at the same goddamn time. Talk about overkill. But fucking get these shots, and I kept trying to say, hey, I need to go to a fucking the cranny doc. I need to go get my fucking head looked at. But because I wouldn't be having a migraine at the time when I was, going to sick call or making an appointment with my primary care, they would be like, no, referral denied. And it's but I need to go to the fucking, okay. I need to see a fucking neurologist because something's not fucking right up in here. Ugh, thanks, Doc. Yeah, I know. I just fucking figured that shit out too. Damn it, right? And I'm the fucking medical one of the entire team. Fuck. But it's so it's so frustrating, and this is why I like talking to you, because you understand where I'm coming from, Pookie. And it's so frustrating talking to some of these kids out today who are like, oh, socialism, it's gonna be awesome. And I'm like, do we not see what happened in Greece not even 5 years ago? Do we not see what's going on right now in Venezuela? Oh, I totally kicked ass at that country's name. I normally fuck it up, but I got it. And then, you know,
you smoked it that time.
I know I did. I fucking kicked its ass. And then, you know, what is the end goal of socialism if not communism? Which, again, in theory, on paper, I totally get, and I can get behind it 100%. Hell yeah, distribute everything evenly across the board. No one gets any more, no one gets any less than anybody else. I get it. I understand the appeal. I'm totally for it. In practice, though, in
Definitely
the
not
real
me.
world, huh?
No, I don't agree with that. When I see socialism, I freak the hell out because then people lose incentive. People lose incentive to be better.
And that's, and you know, but that's why I'm saying, like, the only reason why I kind of agree with it is because, you know, then, you know, some of the problems that we have with society, such as, you know, those on, you know, in Section 8 housing, those people who survive on food stamps, that sort of thing would not be an issue. However, in practice, it is not feasible. And there is no such thing as a true communist society because it turns into a dictatorship because someone has to be in charge. Someone has to be above everyone else. And what do we call that? That's called a dictatorship, which is what every fucking communist society turns into. So,
I mean, China. I'm actually shocked about China because they kind of adopted capitalism a little bit.
It's like a communistic capitalism because they
We're
realize
becoming more like China, though. If anyone wants to argue that, we are becoming more like China, and it's because, you know, we're adopting some socialist aspects of things, and those never really work out for the better of the little man.
It doesn't. It works out great for those who are already on the top of the ladder, but for those of us in the middle or, like, you know, the lower part, it's like, well, there's a bunch of rungs missing now and we can't climb up. Fuck.
Yep.
You know, I don't, you know, fucking, you know, I don't, you know, it's just, it's fucking aggravating because, like, these kids today, oh my God, it's like, it's so frustrating and, like, you know, like, so, that's something I'm, like, terrified of, right? So I'm getting, like, back into the dating scene and, like, the dating world, and, I've been with men, and I'm like, all right, well, you know, I've had girlfriends in the past. Maybe I'll try to go with a girl this upcoming time, you know, right? Maybe the next relationship I get into is going to be with a chick. Because that's what I do. I like both teams. So that's who I bat for. And so, but I'm fucking afraid of, like, trying to find, you know, a chick who thinks along the same lines as me and who isn't, like, you know, a fucking diehard liberal and, like, who bleeds blue. And I'm like, God, because I'll probably end up killing someone. I'll be like, you're an idiot. So I'm really scared about getting back out into the dating world because I'm gonna have to deal with some of these people, and I don't do well with that because I'm gonna be like, this is where you're wrong, and then I'm gonna give them, like, a flow sheet, there we go, of facts, and then they're gonna call me, like, ignorant or racist or sexist or homophobic, and if they throw that one at me, I'm gonna be like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Check your privilege, please.
right?
Please
Right? Oh God, it's because I'm white, isn't it? Ugh. Like, fuck facts.
That sucks. Yeah, it's fine.
Nathan, don't do it. It's a trap. Exactly. Bitches are traps. Right, but then, like, again, like, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm kind of over guys and their drama, because guys are drama too. So, like, either way I fucking go, it's gonna be drama, whether it's, like, with a chick or with a dude. Like, Fuck.
I don't know. Like I've like hit that point in my life where I'm just like, fuck it. I don't care anymore.
Right. Like I've kind of like, honestly though, I've kind of like resigned myself to being like, I am going to be the crazy dog lady on the street. Like that's going to be me. I might have like a string of lovers every so often and be like, oh yeah, you know, Monday boyfriend is here. Tuesday's girlfriend is here. And, you know, just fucking, you know, on and on and on it goes. But the only, like, reliable, steadfast thing in my life is gonna be the dogs.
That's legit. I wish I could have. I had to give my dog up a while ago because I had to move from my place, and I was so heart torn for like it's like 6 months. I was depressed.
Oh my
and
God, yeah.
The best thing in the world is coming home and your dog's sitting there, and he's the happiest part. He's the only one that gives a shit about you at that point.
Aw, all right. Well, Neil, you take care. All right. Tell your mom I said get better. I hope she heals quickly. Friggin' surgery's not a joke. Oh, yeah. Oh, but, you know, I fucking understand about moms. Like, my mom, I need to get her, like, a bubble wrap suit. Because this hooker keeps falling. She keeps falling. And, like, she's been passing out here recently because her blood pressure's been, like, stupid low. And then she passes out, and then what does she do? She fucking falls. I'm like, you're gonna break your hip. Like, can we get mom, like my mom, not this station mom, but like my mom, like a bubble wrap suit, and like just call it a day? Like, do they sell these? I need to know.
My mother's in her mid-50s, and she just picked up a corrections officer's job, and I don't know about it. It freaks me out. But whatever, you know, you gotta buy the snacks.
Exactly. You need the job to get the money to buy the snacks. Fucking So yeah. Fucking. And then she fell at the hospital. So I must get my stubbornness from my own mother. So quick background on me is I come from a family of where the majority of the males in my family have served in one branch or another pretty much since, you know, America was a thing. The females, however, have always been in the medical field. So then I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to combine the two. So I'm the first chick in my family to join the military, but then I also joined the medical corps. So I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, right? Well, we are the worst patients. I'm fucking putting this out there right now. Medical personnel are the worst patients. We're stubborn as fuck when it comes to asking for help for ourselves. Allie, great point. I need to get her one of those fucking sumo suits. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
That's so wrong and so
but
funny.
It's so funny, and it needs to happen. She probably would wear it too. Oh, is that gay thankful flower back? I just saw it pass on the screen. Dude, I hope so. Because there's so many times where I see friends like post memes and I'm like, where the fuck is this gay purple flower at when I need it? I hope it's back.
I honestly thought like that was like limited to certain people on Facebook. Like I never saw that the whole goddamn time it was out. I never saw it once.
And I never got it on my phone. If I was on a computer, I'm like, oh, there it is. But it was never on my phone. But anyways, so yeah, no, so we're the worst patients. Like I had a big like open belly procedure done on myself. And, you know, for the first 24 hours, anytime you need to get up to use the bathroom, you need to call for assistance like from your nurse to make sure, one, she can unhook you from the IVs and whatnot, but two, to make sure you don't fall. Guess who never called her nurse the entire time she was in the hospital? This one. Because I know how to fucking unhook an IV. I know how to disconnect myself from all the monitors. And like, I know the nurses are busy, so I'm like, I don't want to be that patient who's constantly ringing the goddamn call bell. I'm like, I got this. I didn't fall, luckily, but I probably should have had help. True story.
I don't know. Every time I've had stitches, I'm like, I look at the I guess assistant that's stitching me is like, can I take these out myself, or do I need an appointment? You can go ahead and take them out if you want to, sir, but I would suggest I'll take them out myself, thank you.
Right? Yeah, just give it a couple weeks, and then take them out. Like, you don't. Do you need an appointment to get stitches out? No, you don't. You really don't.
It doesn't hurt taking stitches out. No.
You just clip it and then you pull it out, and it's ta-da! Now the staples, though, yes, because they've got a special remover thing. Because what the staples do is, let's see how to do this. So they go out like this, but then when you clip them down, they kind of close around like this. So you need a special extractor to open them back up to take them out.
Oh shit! I thought you just used one of those things from Office Depot.
No. Please don't do that.
See, hillbilly medicine versus real medicine. There you go.
Right? That's exactly what this is. Oh my goodness. Oh, so speaking of, medicine and like people who practice medicine, this fucking douchebag. Christopher Conway, who is currently an Army medic and stationed at Fort Campbell. You guys know what to fucking do, by the way, after I tell you what he fucking did. You guys know what to do. So a Tennessee father and Army medic has been charged with an unthinkable crime: sexual assault and death of his 9-month-old daughter. According to police, officers responded to a 911 call from his home in Cindy Joe Court Tuesday morning at 07:20. When they arrived, someone was performing CPR on the little girl before she was taken to Tenova Hospital. Baby was pronounced dead at 08. During their investigations, authorities say they found Christopher Conway, 22. What the fuck? Okay, so pause. The fuck is with 22-year-olds killing their babies? This was like the same age as that fucking douchebag in England. Anyways, back to the story. They found Christopher Conway, 22, was responsible for the crime. He reportedly later admitted to the assault and the baby's death. Conway's arrest warrant details how the infant was sexually assaulted and her neck was wrapped in a cord, causing her death. The 22-year-old was booked into the Montgomery County Jail Wednesday morning on charges of homicide and aggravated rape of a child. He's being held on a $100,000 bail, and apparently this little girl has a twin who has been removed from the home and is currently in foster care. You guys know what to do. Like, I can't, hold on, let me play this fucking disclaimer again.
Stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Yeah. So I had to play that again because, okay. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, the station said to do this. Mink said to do this. And only, I didn't say to do anything. I just said you guys know what to do.
Yeah.
So.
Because if I had my hands on that dude for 5 minutes, it would be bad.
Right? Like, honestly, like, who the 9 months old? I want to know what kind of sick, messed up mentality someone has to have to find a 9-month-old sexually attractive. Like, how do you find an infant sexually attractive? Like, I have questions I really want to ask. Like, on it, like, I know these guys are like fucking twisted in the head, but I have so many questions. Like, how how is an infant sexually attractive? Like, what about an infant gets your dick hard where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking, like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh,
Right? Exactly.
No, I think, you know what? This is kind of a funny thing. Is the Army was talking about like lifting some like mental health issue
Oh,
thing,
that's right.
and we've already got fucked up individuals floating around right now. So I mean, like, you know, parenting license, yay, background checks, yay, but I mean, goddamn, man, do we need more twisted motherfuckers in the military?
Yeah, and like Gray Cloud and I were talking about this on Tuesday. It's, you know, you're gonna give someone with these, you know, mental disorders, like, sorry, that's what it fucking is, but you're gonna fucking give someone who's thought about and who has fucking done self-harm. So obviously they have either some sort of self-mutilation or some sort of suicidal ideology. You're gonna give them a weapon in which to harm themselves, but not only themselves, but others. Like, how is the Department of Defense okay with this? Like, how did this fucking pass? Like, why is this even a thing? Why not go to everyone who has been RCP'd? And that is the only reason they got fucking kicked out of the military, was because they hit RCP. It's not because they were a PT failure. It's not because they were height and weight failure. It's not because they had any sort of mental disorder. It's not because they fucking fucked something up. It's simply because they did not get promoted in a fast enough time frame. That is the only reason they got kicked out. Why not let these people back in?
Yeah, well, there you go. I went on this rant 1,000 times. I'm not going to do it again because the RCP thing happened to me, and I'm so pissed about it because I would have loved to do 20. I would have done 20 years happily.
Right, exactly. I did fucking 10. And I was shooting for, like, fuck yeah, I'll do 20. I have no issues doing 20. Keep me in here.
And yet, yeah, there you go.
This wine is tasty. The funny thing is, though, is that if they do let in any of these people with these disorders, and especially if they claim it at MEPS, they don't get compensated when they get out. Like, they won't get any kind of treatment for it. So you're going to take people who already have a susceptibility to mental disorders and, you know, depression or bipolarism, and you're going to treat them while they're in, but then once they get out, military's going to be like, fuck you guys. And, you know, you're fucking on your own on, you know, how to manage your fucking bipolarism. Good luck, everybody. Like, are you fucking serious? And, like, this is after you've trained them to kill someone in a time of war. Like, you know, that's basically what the military does. They train us to kill people. They give us the knowledge, the know-how, the weapons to do it. And then, and especially if someone who is bipolar, which, you know, technically should not be allowed into the military or be in the military, you're going to train them how to fucking handle a weapon, how to clean a weapon properly, how to fucking, you know, shoot at a target, ergo shoot a person. And then when they get out, the Army's going to be like, we're not going to treat that because that was prior service. So, like, non-service related, we're not going to treat this. It's like, and then you wonder why we have the thing that happened in Texas last week. In fucking, and how this Air Force veteran fucking shot everybody. Like, there's gonna be more instances of that because you're letting psychos in. Sorry if I offended anybody. Not really sorry. Like, I don't give a shit if I've offended anybody. But, you know, you train these people with these disorders how to hurt and kill somebody, you know, One shot, one fucking kill. Like, that's drilled into you since day 0 of basic.
What makes the grass grow green?
Ew. Blood. Red blood. It's like, and it's fucking,
I don't know. Like, that whole thing gets me set. I mean, there's so many non-violent felons just sitting in jail right now that
Right.
would love an opportunity to get the hell out and just, recruit.
Right. WTF Nation Radio, you are on the air. Who is this? Well, do. Yes. Good luck calling back in.
Why, dude?
Dick. I don't fucking play around. If you're gonna flush somebody, not my goddamn show. Especially when we're on a serious topic. Again, good luck calling back in. Motherfuckers. Like,
Why does it always happen when I'm on the fucking radio?
dude, it's not just you. Like, honestly, that's why I'm so hesitant to answer callers. Like, I want people to call in. I want our listeners to call in because I want to know their opinions on everything, especially on a topic such as this. But then we get fucking douchebags who call in and fucking do that shit, and I don't fucking play around with that. Like, we're on a serious topic right now. Should have done that when I was talking about dicks. Bad timing.
Honestly, save that shit for Saturday, guys.
Right?
I mean, that's yeah, dude. Don't do that.
Come on now. But then Jay Reddy's gonna be like, no, not my show.
No, we openly accept that. It happens all the time.
Happens all the time on Saturdays.
Well, it hasn't happened in a while, actually. So, I mean, when's the last time your show got flushed? On a Friday.
On a Friday? I don't know. I just told you, like, I don't answer the phone strictly because of that reason. And every time someone who does flush, I immediately block them from calling again. So, but then they get a new number. Yeah, exactly. Cause Jay Reddy apparently enjoys the flush. Flush Jay Reddy. I don't like being flushed. Don't flush me.
See, that's like a badge of honor for us on Saturdays. You know, like, I mean, whatever. Thank you. Flushed us. Cool. You were paying attention. Whatever. But we're never really in some serious stuff on Saturdays. You know, we're just like diming people out. So it's whatever. But I don't know.
Spencer, Trevor. We currently are talking about how the military, the Department of Justice, has put out a statement saying that they're going to allow people who self-mutilate, who self-harm back into service instead of allowing, the RCP veterans back into service. If you want to call, I swear to God, if you flush me though, I will find you. If you want to call the show, the number is 415-889-8367. I swear to God, if it's another fucking flush, I'm going to lose my shit. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Who is this?
Hey, Minx, this is Doc.
Oh, hi, honey. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Just got a question for you guys. This bipartisan gun bill legislation. I'm a diehard conservative, especially when it comes to my Second Amendment rights.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a piece of legislation now in the Senate that's supposed to be, quote, bipartisan to fix the shit that happened in Texas and help this Air Force, help the military system, But a couple of years ago in the House, there was a bill that was protecting Veterans Second Amendment Act. And that was to protect people, to keep from everyone getting lumped under this big cloud of PTSD, and all of a sudden you get a mental health diagnosis at the VA and you're painted with a broad brush, and then all of a sudden you pop up in the National Instant Background Check as being fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. Now we've got a piece of legislation in the Senate. Dianne Feinstein, who is hardcore anti-Second Amendment, she was the mayor of San Francisco. And now she's the senior senator from California. She gets on that bandwagon
I am fully
You know,
aware of the crypt keeper called Dianne Feinstein. I'm from California. I know her.
They're saying, that this is bipartisan, and they're introducing it like this, that it's bipartisan, but it's going to be one of those sweeping pieces of legislation that 30-round magazines for your AR-15s are going to be gone. A 15-round magazine will be gone, and it's starting like this. It's bipartisan, and your Democrats and everyone's going to chip away. So this bad shit that happened with this fucking Texas that was out of the Air Force, watch them try to paint veterans with a broad brush and say that anyone that came out of the fucking military that's enrolled in a PTSD program or any inpatient treatment program at the VA, you'll lose your fucking Second Amendment rights. They tried that, and you can Google the Protecting Veterans Second Amendment rights, because there was.
No, I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, no,
I'm epileptic. I'm epileptic. I suffer with epilepsy. And the only reason that I can drive is because the VA doesn't talk to the state government and say, hey, pull that guy's driver's license. That's what those legislations trying to do, is get the VA to talk to the state when it comes to handgun permits and state taxes, and say that guy's crazy because he goes to, a mental health clinic at the VA.
Right.
This shit's going to get interesting. It's labeled bipartisan right now. This shit's going to get interesting by the time.
I know what you're talking about, dude. And no, yeah, I do know they're chipping away. That's what they do, is they chip away at rights until they're non-existent. I do agree with you on that. My big thing is
they're calling it bipartisan now, and
it's not bipartisan.
Yeah, and but the biggest thing to me, man, is he was a fucking Air Force vet. He's fucked up, and we laugh at him and say, it's Air Force, like he ever seen any fucking combat, and the world as a whole is saying, those goddamn fucking veterans are crazy motherfuckers.
No,
check that shit out.
Doc.
And they're going to fuck away with our Second Amendment.
Doc.
As veterans, yes.
Doc, the Air Force, fucked up because this Air Force vet, if you really want to call him that, was dishonorably discharged for for domestic violence against not only his spouse, but against his daughter as well. So he was.
Now that's.
And so it really is. And Kaz brought up a great point in that the Air Force is facing a potential lawsuit for failure to notify the federal government and the state government, saying, hey, he got discharged due to domestic violence. He is not allowed to own a weapon.
I fully understand that. What they're saying is the Department of Defense and the Air Force didn't talk to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
There's two pieces of legislation there. There's the Gun Control Act of 2017, and then there's the NICS Improvement Act. And that's where they're just trying to give the NICS system that does the background check could communicate with the FBI and the Department of Defense and the Air Force that fucked up when they let him out.
Mm-hmm.
There's two pieces of legislation. One of them is to specifically improve the National Instant Criminal Background Check, and the other one's the Gun Control Act of 2017. And I'm pretty sure that's the one that they're labeling as bipartisan. Anytime that shit like this happens, I dread to see the future. It's going to drive the gun market crazy. Everybody will be wanting an AR-15 for Christmas, and it drives the economy crazy. I'm a big, firearms collector. It drives the market crazy. Ammunition and everyone that wants to hunt this fall and do our sporting events. Us being labeled crazy-ass veterans as a whole, especially the ones that are out there for attention, drawing attention to themselves for being PTSD or, you're homeless, you're an alcoholic or some shit. Mm-hmm. They start like this, but, fuck with us hard.
Can I just lay something down real quick though? I mean, let's picture a society where anyone can buy firearms regardless of background checks or anything like that. Do you think these things would be happening right now? Like, you wouldn't want to go anywhere and start shooting a place up because you don't know who the hell has a gun on them.
Doc.
I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were gonna respond or not. Keep going, please.
That's something Pookie, that as soon as I came home, I got my handgun permit, and now my state has done a lot. The past 10 years, there was a man in a larger city that owned a Hooters establishment, and he had bought the franchise and stuff, and someone came in and robbed him. And in my state at the time, you couldn't carry your firearm into any alcohol serving establishment.
And I
So the
mean,
guy comes in and-
legally.
The guy comes in and robs him, and he starts pushing the state legislator really hard that you can carry into an alcohol serving establishment, because that put limits on Applebee's, TGI Fridays. So as long as you don't consume alcohol or sit at the bar area, you can carry in an alcohol serving establishment. I carry everywhere. I carried when I was going to campus. I got caught on the VA. I can't imagine not having a firearm, man. That was some crazy fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I can't see how someone cannot have a firearm.
Yeah, but I get back into the thing. So, like my question was, is if we eliminate the whole background check thing, and we just allow anyone to buy a gun, what do you think would happen?
I think it would be a lot safer society. Every bit
So
of it.
you agree with the whole an armed society is a polite society?
Yeah.
All
I
right,
mean,
It's
like my state. It's like my state. You know, I carry every day, and I do not. I carry concealed. I don't. That element of surprise is always there, man. But it's just a fucking, call it Islamic terrorism or whatever you want to call it, man. This is a crazy, fucked up world that we live in today. This ain't the world that I grew up in 35 years ago when it was, cool to ride your bicycle up the road. You've got 10 and 12-year-old kids with fucking cell phones and Facebook accounts, and by the time they're 14 or 15, they're making fucking Molotov cocktails, and getting in whatever group that they fall in. It used to be you was either a jock or a prep. Now there's so many fucking labels on our children, and then they get, adolescence, young adult age, and this is a crazy fucking place. You goddamn straight, everyone should have at least the access to it.
Yeah.
If you're not,
Well, I mean,
now a convicted felon or have a domestic violence charge against you, have the option to do what other states do, constitutional carry. You can carry as long as it's exposed.
I mean, I constitutionally conceal carry because, I live in the great state of Texas, and therefore the Second Amendment is my concealed carry permit. Thank you, Governor Abbott. However,
Awesome law.
right? Yes, I agree. I do agree with you, Doc, in that, this stigma. God, there goes that goddamn flower again. Yes, I'm so glad that gay thing is back. Anyways, I completely agree with you wherein, a lot of, and with Nathan in the Facebook live chat says, this is going to make vets not want to speak out. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so hesitant. Like, I was diagnosed with PTSD in the Army. I was diagnosed with depression while I was in the Army. But because of the stigma against those two diagnoses and the reporting that the VA has to do to the federal level on any veteran who does seek treatment especially for PTSD, whether that's combat related or not. Mine is not combat related. Mine is, sexual assault related. Still PTSD. It's not combat related. I didn't see combat. I was a fobbit. I'll fucking admit it. But, because I was diagnosed with PTSD, if I were to go seek treatment for it, if I were to, try to exercise my Second Amendment right, I would be denied.
Did you see where in the U.S. court the other day they made a decision in states that has a medicinal marijuana, if you have a state-issued medical marijuana participation card, that makes you ineligible to pass the firearms background check.
Yep.
It's an illegal substance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because you know a pothead is going to shoot a fucking place up versus an alcoholic.
Right. But
a
yeah,
national
no, I
court, or a U.S.
fucking
court upheld it the other day.
I fucking carry every single day. I carry into work where there's signs that say, you know, like, do not carry in here.
What if
No,
some-
thank you. I'm
what if
going
some-
to. And I know
What if
for
someone
a
thinks
fact
it's still a prescription
I'm not the only
pad?
one. I'm not the only one who fucking carries at my place of work. I've told my nurse that I work with, hey, if shit goes down, if shit hits the fan, because you know we practice active shooter drills, and I've told my nurse, I was like, hey, if shit goes down, here's my badge, grab my purse, bring it in the room. Like, I got this room. Like, I will make sure this room does not get injured.
I've got a big question, right?
Go.
So, like, why are employers limiting employees to their right to bear arms, right? But they could do a background check and find out this person is not a violent person, and just to be like, all right, well, just carry the gun. You know, like if everyone in the employment office had the ability to protect themselves, no one would do anything. You know,
Well,
no more
my
soft targets.
My state 2 years ago passed a bill because if you was driving like a hospital, if you was driving to the hospital and you couldn't have firearms at the hospital, it meant you couldn't have them in your car. And they passed what was called the Guns and Trunks bill, that your employer can't fire you if you bring and secure your firearm in your car. And there was another good piece of legislation. Now, any state building, I can carry into any state building as long as it does not have a metal detector. It can't be a public library nor a school, but I can carry into the county clerk's building to get my license plates, carry my firearm, because my county doesn't fund to have extra security, and unless that entity puts in
There you go.
extra security detectors, you can carry into that building.
Right. And Nathan brings up a great point on, you know, he works on a fire truck, and he just said, you know, you're fucked if you think I'm not going to protect myself with some of these people that we deal with. And that's completely true. First responders, not just the police officers, but, you know, EMTs, firefighters, they get shot at when they fucking
Isn't there
report
a
to
law, though?
scenes.
You know, I had a motorcycle wreck, and I had my pistol on me. And when I woke up in the hospital, the cop told me my pistol was at the police department. They couldn't haul it in the ambulance. Is that the reason that you can't have a firearm in the hospital you work at, Minx?
No.
Can first responder, ambulance?
It's
Can they
just
carry on an ambulance?
no. Technically, legally, no, they cannot. If they do,
I think
Then-
paramedics should be armed.
oh no, I fully agree. I've got many friends who are paramedics, and they have been shot at. Like I've got a friend
But
from
the
fucking
big
high school
cities
who's a
that
paramedic
are-
in Oakland, and he's been shot at trying to like help somebody stop bleeding.
Look at the big cities that combine their paramedics with their fire department. I mean, you've got ambulances that are red, and it's the fire department / ambulances. Those guys are double fucked
Yeah.
as far as carrying a firearm.
Right? So, but
That's like every paramedic around here is a fire rescue too. That's
Yeah,
the only
they
way it
combine
works out in
the
the country.
and
Yeah,
and
they
Trevor.
combine the two of them because of funding.
But Trevor agrees. He's like,
Great
you know, I
public
work fire
guys
rescue,
report.
and they issued us armored plate carriers. That's ridiculous. If you work in fire rescue, if you have to wear a plate carrier when responding to a fire, like, that's goddamn ridiculous.
That is pretty fucking crazy.
But hey, Doc,
Oh,
thank you so much.
you-
Oh, what?
No, so you talk body armor, right? Why is so much body armor like illegal for the civilian populace? If everyone wants gun control, that's cool, but why can't I wear ballistic protection? In some states, it's illegal for you to do that.
You can buy the old school plates, not the plates, flat jackets. Flat jackets, what I was looking for. I've seen those at gun shows and flea markets.
They're not going to stop a bullet, though.
That was the old school shit that we had in the late 90s. You was talking about bartering early, Minx. Go to a flea market. You don't have to pay taxes there. You can't
Right.
use food stamps. You don't have to pay taxes.
Right, but hey, I'll trade
Taxation is theft, man.
I'll trade you some shiny stones for what you got. But Doc, thank you so much for calling in and giving us your input. I love, like, honestly, I do. I enjoy callers. I love hearing everybody's opinions on what we talk about because, you know, this really is more of a conversation than just me. I don't want to just be talking at you guys. I want your guys' response. That's why I'm reading your guys' comments. I would love to have more callers. So, but Doc, thank you so much for calling in.
I love to hear you laugh and giggle, Minx. I hope you all have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Have a good night, man.
Awesome. See, you guys, I want more callers like that.
Yes.
Yes. Like, you know, someone who fucking, you know, spurs a conversation forward. And, you know, I don't care if we have the same opinions on things. Like, if we have differences of opinions, that's awesome. Fucking let's debate it out. Like, I'll stay civil, you stay civil, and we can fucking talk this shit out. And, you know, if at the end you convince me that, you know, you're right, awesome. If I convince you that you're right, awesome. If we just agree to disagree, awesome. But, you know, I want differences of opinions. I love them. I welcome them. I want you guys to call in and, like, you know, give me your opinion. You don't even have to give me your real name. Give me, you know, a made up one. I don't fucking care. It's not like I'm going to know. But yeah. Yes. And just like that, it's break time.
Amazing.
I know, right? So, again, it's going to be another quick break. This one's going to be it's going to be 4 minutes exactly. So, yeah, we will see you guys literally in 4 minutes. So, hang tight. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. And, yeah, we shall be back here shortly. All right? We'll be right back.
Yourself that everything's gonna be alright.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back for the third and final part of Friday Night Freedom. Holy shit. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. This is awesome. This is, like, I'm fucking blown away. This is, like, amazing. Pookie.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. You were quiet.
Well, I mean, you gotta talk to me. I'm all
Okay. So, Pookie brought up a great point on break, and that is the fact that my old goodness. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. Who is this?
How you doing? This is Trevor. I was the one that said I was going to call earlier.
Trevor! Hello!
Hey, what's going on? Actually, I wanted to switch gears here. And I don't know if you guys talked about it or not. I came in kind of late. But what do you guys think about that big donger that was over Washington from the Navy pilot?
Oh, we were talking. We talked about that the first hour. And I want to give the pilot a high five.
That's freaking crazy.
I think it's hilarious. And
yeah, I want to buy him a drink.
Right?
I want to autograph.
Right? Yeah. I want to know how the Air Force is going to top this. Because,
I don't know. There's actually a speculation right now going around this saying the pilot's obviously in hot water because they were able to trace it back to what flight he's from. And they're actually talking about putting the guy on suspension, like suspending his pilot's license temporarily.
No.
They
better not.
That's kind of like overkill for, obviously drawing a donger in the sky is one thing. But, the Navy released a statement apologizing about it and everything. And now there's people saying that they're going to suspend his license over it, which is ridiculous.
I think that's what the PIO office is putting out there, to save face. That's what I hope is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing that really boggled my mind was when this fucking mom called into the news station and she was like, "What do I tell my kid who asks questions like, what is that in the sky, mommy?" It's like, if you can't talk to your child about basic human anatomy, you don't deserve to be a parent. In my personal opinion, this is Mink's opinion, you don't deserve to be a parent. If you can't be like, oh, well, that's your penis and that's your balls, Timmy. Apparently, a pilot wanted to play a joke. I don't know what to tell you. People are weird. And then you drive on.
It's no different than like me. I was an infantryman. I was a grunt. It's no different than us drawing dongers on the side of the freaking stall in the barracks.
Right? Or
there you go. There you go.
Or the fucking T-walls all over fucking Afghani land and the bunkers.
Yeah.
They're fucking everywhere. Like, who doesn't draw a dick? Like, I've drawn them everywhere as a graffiti. I'm like, yes, we're going to make this one extra veiny. This one's happy to see ya. Like, everyone fucking draws a dick. Get over it. Like,
definitely. I mean, I feel like they're overreacting, and yeah, I agree with you. I honestly, hopefully, it's just a press release for the Navy saying, "Oh, we're going to suspend the pilot," and this and that. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I'm actually impressed,
right?
That he drew it with the dimensions that he drew.
How hard is it? Like, that's what I said, man. Like, how hard is it, avionics wise, to do that shit with wind speed and everything else calculated? He drew a fucking dick.
Windage in effect. I mean, that might blow, the smoke off of, Kentucky windage. You got to take all that shit into consideration. I can't even draw that shit on paper that good, let alone being a plane and fucking.
Exactly. There you go.
Wow. Like, I'm not even mad at all. I'm impressed, actually. Like,
I'm impressed.
That to me is legendary. That's epic.
It is.
Just like you said, how is the Air Force going to top that? Shit.
I mean, the Army did, a dick in rocks that a helicopter pilot saw and took a picture like these fucking guys, they got me. and so the Navy was like, hold my beer.
Tallywhacker in the heavens.
What?
I said this pilot painted a tallywhacker in the heavens. I mean, you don't get any better than that. I don't.
You don't.
I mean, unless the Navy decides to do one out in the ocean with a ship or something, you know, and use the turbulence of the water and make a donger, that'd be cool. But, yeah, not throwing any ideas out there.
I mean, one can only hope.
That brings me to another topic. I was actually reading up on U.S. Army Times, and apparently there's a pilot up in Alaska. He's a recruiter, U.S. Army recruiter, and he's flying his own plane to fill the U.S. Army ranks.
Oh.
He's got a little single-engine Cessna, and this dude's flying around up in Alaska. Apparently he covers like 50,000 square miles of Southwest Alaska recruiting people.
Holy shit.
Well, I mean, it is Alaska.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. I mean, and it's his own plane, too. Like, his own plane, his own fuel. I'm actually looking at the article right now. The guy's got a 10th Mountain, this drunken beer keg, combat patch on. But, like, it's pretty dope, man. I'd be out there, drawing dongers in the sky with my plane if I had one.
Right?
But, this dude...
But I mean, honestly, who wouldn't? Like, I feel like this generation, and this, it's a mixed generation of like, the late generation Ys, which is what I always thought I was until I recently found out that I'm technically a millennial. I don't fucking claim it. I'm trans-generational. That is a thing. But, and then these early, technically millennials who just fucking are like fucking giant kids at heart, and they're like, I'm going to draw a dick in the sky because I can.
No, I would. I definitely would.
It's like,
I mean, I'm a millennial. I'm only 26 years old. But, I'm an E5 in the Army. Like, I still, as the professional as I can be, I'm a grown-ass kid.
Yeah.
I will draw dicks to the day I die. I'm sorry. And if you put me behind the wheel of a plane, I'm going to draw a big-ass dick that's going to be the most badass dick ever drawn on the face of this planet. It's one thing you do. It's something that everybody does at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been times where I've been pulling, 24-hour PQs, and I've legit spent like 3 hours drawing a damn superhero dick with a cape and little arms and shit, and I'll leave it in the drawer or something for the next guy to find, and get a little chuckle out of it. I mean, it's just,
that's amazing.
And I'm not the best artist out there, but
that's amazing. I mean, I completely understand what you mean as far as, I'm an adult, but I'm still a fucking kid. I'm 31 and I got so excited. I went to Walgreens a couple months ago and I was waiting for a prescription. And so, I'm browsing the coloring aisle and lo and behold, there's 120 pack of Crayola crayons. And I'm like, I have to get this because I only have the 92 pack. And obviously there's colors that I'm missing.
Yep. See, it trips me out when people tell me to act my own age.
Right?
It's like, I'm a fucking be that old ass dude that's 70 years old sitting on my lawn, and I'm gonna order the Super Soaker 5000 Mega Blaster and shoot the neighborhood kids just for stepping on my grass. Not because I'm a dick, but because that shit would be funny as hell. Dude. And then I'll go inside and watch cartoons.
Dude, let me know where you end up. Let me know where you end up, and I'll fucking be there right. I'll be in that rocking chair right next to you. Be like, yeah, get him.
Yeah.
We
can an ACOG on that motherfucker.
Yeah, we can draw dicks together. It'll be a good time.
Oh yeah, I mean it sounds fun to me. I mean that's where I see myself in the next 50, 60 years, however long it takes for me to get out there. I mean, you never that's what I like to it's kind of what I like to live, man. It's just I never act my own age. Right. I'm sorry, I act my own age Monday through Friday at work, but at home it's just I'm a fucking grown ass kid, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a kid.
That's what life's all about in general.
Right, life's too short.
I tell everyone, just be a child at heart, always. Just do it.
Right,
and people are like, "Why?"
Right?
Don't
oh my God.
It's a sport.
No, oh my God, seriously, like I adulted, really adulted for the first time today. I signed for like my own house and I'm like, where do I go for utilities? Like, who does this? Because, like, you know,
God.
like, I've always moved into places that have already been established, and now I'm like, oh, I'm getting my own place. What do I like? And I'm like raising my hand. I'm like, I need an adultier adult than me. Like, I don't know what to do right now. I need help.
You need deposit on your electric, blah blah blah, the whole 9 yards.
Right?
Yeah, I got
Like,
you.
like, what do I do?
I mean, like, think about it, though. Like, what you just brought up is a very valid point, because that's not shit they teach you in school.
They don't.
They'd rather teach you how to find the square root of 9 as opposed to teach you how to balance a checkbook in school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like the educational system nowadays doesn't prepare you well enough to actually adult,
There
quote
you go.
unquote. You know what I mean? Like, they don't teach you, you know, proper economics or hell, like where to go to pay for utilities and shit like that. I feel like they need to start offering a class like that in high school. You know, like Grown Up 101 or, you know, something like that.
Home ec, you mean?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
I took home ec in freaking junior high. I didn't, you know, I was busy doing other electives in high school. And then, you know, I joined the Army and then I was there for 10 years. So I don't know really how to woman in that I don't know what I'm doing in the kitchen. Like I've got like, you know, a handful of recipes where I'm like, oh yeah, no, I got this shit. But when it comes to other stuff, I'm like, you need like a real woman because that's not me. You need a womanier woman than me.
You know, I don't mean to sound, you know, like I took home ec in high school, but this is so fucked up. I took home ec for the sole reason because there were pretty girls in the class, and they got to make cakes and shit and eat it. Like, and I'm a fat ass. Like, I'm all the time eating.
Yeah.
So I took home ec, you know, to hit on girls and eat cake. Basically, that's why I took it in high school.
I mean, that's a legit
It's
reason.
like, it is a legit reason. Same thing with like when I went to OSET at Fort Benning. You know, I'm not a religious guy by any means. You know, I believe in a higher being, and well, that's off topic. But I actually volunteered to go to church on Sundays, and I specifically picked the Catholic Church, Old Harmony Church, and or excuse me, not Catholic, but it was the Old Harmony Church. I would fall asleep in there pretending like I was praying every Sunday, which is kind of fucked up, but at least I'd catch an hour or two of some Z's, you know.
Dude, that's soldiering 101 right there.
Right?
Holy shit.
That's awesome. Oh my God, Trevor, thank you so much for calling in. I've thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, not a problem. Do you guys mind if I give a shout out to a Facebook page that we have going?
Go for it.
Yeah, if you guys are more than interested in, you know, military humor across all branches, we have a page called Platoon Sergeant's Corner, and we're at like 2,100 likes, and we're trying to boost it up and then, you know, get more people, more traffic on board.
Yeah.
So if you guys drop by and see some funny ass memes, check out Platoon Sergeant Corner.
Trevor.
Yep.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to message our radio page, and we'll try to get you guys on as a guest.
That would be really cool. Definitely.
So, yeah, because you know we're always looking for people who, you know, veterans, active duty, who are trying to improve the lives of veterans and active duty to bring aboard as guests, and you know how they're going about helping our community.
Agreed. Definitely. Yeah, like we pretty much what we do is we do a bunch of like funny memes and shit like that just to bring a smile to anybody's day, really. I mean, obviously it's called Platoon Sergeant's Corner. It's geared around, you know, veterans, but it's for anybody really. I mean, I've you know, seen some memes and shit that have made me laugh and put a smile on my face when I'm having a shitty day. So
right, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about. So yeah, I will definitely shoot you guys a message and we'll see if we can move forward with this. And definitely appreciate you guys taking the time and having me on.
Oh, of course. Thank you again. Thank you so much for calling.
Hey, not a problem. Anytime.
All right, bye, Trevor.
Bye.
Yay! Oh, two good callers in a row. I'm so excited.
Yes, this is like a jackpot tonight.
I
Man.
know.
Can we get the hat trick? Can we get the hat trick?
Can we get the hat trick, though, is the real question. Exactly, Pookie. So, what I was saying before Trevor called in is that something we have not talked about yet on the station, which is rather controversial. So I kind of understand why, but at the same time, what is WTF Nation Radio if not controversial? And that is Colin Kaepernick being named GQ's Citizen of the Year.
Okay.
Boogie, go. Because I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
You can laugh all you want to, but I'm just gonna be like, how many Marines, soldiers, airmen, sailors, puddle skippers, and merchant Marines actually did something for this country this year compared to that little motherfucker? I don't give a fuck.
But no, you bring up a good point. Of all people, Colin Kaepernick. It's mind-boggling how this person who brought politics into my fucking escape from politics, i.e. sports, has been named Citizen of the Year. Exactly, Allie. Who the fuck still reads GQ? I don't know. I didn't even know that was a legit thing until I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, right? And I'm like, wait, what? And it's, I say this every time I'm on. I've got friends on both sides of the political spectrum. I have family on both sides. I've got some family who are super right, where I'm like, God damn, bring it back a couple notches. You're going into y'all are fucking racist, But then I've got some who are super left, where I'm like, God damn, you're a commie. Bring it in a little, where's me? I'm happy medium. I agree with some things on the left and some things on the right. That being said, I've got friends who have expressed disgust and anger in Colin Kaepernick being named, Citizen of the Year. And then I've got friends on the left who have expressed, almost this joy, hell yeah, he is. And it's but why? He brought about this, this thing about these overprivileged athletes, who are complaining about police brutality. Well, I mean, look at the fucking Denver Broncos. 99% of that fucking team roster has been arrested for domestic violence, DUI, felony drug charges, not just misdemeanor drug charges, felony drug charges. And yet these bitches are all out here the police are racially profiling us. No, you're acting like a fucking idiot. You're supposed to be growing up, for me anyways. And again, I'm only 31. These sports guys, these icons, especially in football, were our heroes. And we looked up to them and we're like, yeah, we want to be like them. Nowadays, everyone in professional sports, well, okay, that's a broad paintbrush. The majority of people in professional football are felons and should technically, legally be locked away in jail. But yet for some reason, we're paying them 7-figure salaries a goddamn year to throw a ball. And yet somehow they're oppressed. I mean,
holy
understand.
Shit. Let me take this to out of the Twilight Zone. Imagine you have a group of people defending your nation, right? Mm-hmm. And you pay them chump change while you pay this dipshit to play a ball game. That's like my biggest argument ever on the face of the earth right now is why are soldiers paid so shitty when you got a football player making $15 million a year?
Yeah. No, I don't understand it at all. I don't get it. And
No.
and you know, and especially this past year, what has Kaepernick done except incite divisiveness? And because I can't fucking tell you. Oh, hey, look, we got another caller. WTF Nation Radio, who is this? You're on the air.
Minks the stock.
Oh, hello again.
Kaepernick's a pussy. I got another topic. That, has to be addressed.
Oh, go on.
And that's the difference. That's, Harvey Weinstein and all this bullshit has brought a lot of attention, a lot of light to sexual harassment and sexual assault.
Go on.
And, now the line, what is the line there between sexual harassment and sexual assault? Can I say, Minx, you look pretty today? Or can I say, Minx, you are hotter than the sands of Iraq in the summertime? And is that,
Either way, I'm going to call you a bullshitter and a liar, so.
Well, I mean, what bound is there now? Because me as a man, it makes you damn near scared. Hell, you used to be able to whistle at girls and say, hey, honey, you look cute. Now that you're getting beat over the fucking head with that shit.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you except welcome to modern age feminism and why I fucking hate feminists.
How do you deal with it in the OR?
I laugh.
Do you suffer from it?
Oh my God.
Especially for people of authoritative positions. I mean, you've got a surgeon there.
I mean, are there times where, one of my coworkers that I work with, does he get a little too grabby? Yeah, but then I fucking hit him and I'm like, hey, stop it. And then we fucking carry on. And it's like, he doesn't do it again. So it's fine.
You got a totally different personality. You're mean.
I do.
And a lot of it is you're fat. You're a fat. You can laugh at that shit. Other people. This is a true story. I got kicked out of my bank that I had banked with over 10 years for being there and lewd conduct. It doesn't take much nowadays for people to get offended. So when it comes between the two sexes in a job place, whether it's in a hospital or you're flipping hamburgers by someone, how is it easy now to say, hey, I feel sexually harassed? In the military, it was like doing, in the Army, it was like doing an EO complaint. A DA-7279 Romeo was an EO complaint, and a commander did not want one of those to come out of his battalion.
I mean,
it's like harassment. Do you see it in the workplace?
Oh yeah. It's not just even the workplace. It's this society now where it's a constant, and it's not to say that, I don't want to be lumped in with, oh, you're victim blaming, because again, like I said in the second hour, I have PTSD from sexual assault related incidences that happened to me during my service. So I understand where some victims come from, being as I was one, but you have to choose to stay in that victim mentality. You really do. Like that's a choice to stay in that victim mentality instead of being like, no, I'm fucking better than this. I'm stronger than this. And I can move past this.
Most definitely. You're a stronger person because of it.
Yeah. Which is why.
Do you think that it makes you walk on eggshells? Or especially men, do you think it makes men walk on eggshells because they can't say anything because, oh, you're hashtagging Me Too all over the place? Look at how this movement has come about. I mean, you've got fucking a couple of House of Representatives and senators doing this shit, and it's like everybody in the fucking world is either being sexually harassed or sexually assaulted, And now they're changing the definition of sexual harassment to say, hey, you look fine or some shit. I mean, you can't even compliment on somebody because it's sexual harassment, and
again,
especially if we're in the job market. If we work together.
This goes back to modern day feminism and why I fucking hate them. Because it's considered sexual harassment if it's coming from someone that the female does not find attractive or does not like themselves, right? However, it's considered misogynistic if a man that this female this man that a female is crushing on or finds attractive, it's considered misogynistic if he does not return the attraction to her. It doesn't matter if she looks like a goddamn hippo or not, and I'm fucking throwing that out there. Like, modern day feminism has ruined society. You've
third wave feminism is what it's called.
No. Ugh. So so third wave feminism, modern day feminism has made it to where if a man is chivalrous and opens a door for a woman,
there you go.
All of a sudden, per modern day feminism, that man is somehow implying that female is not strong enough to open the door on her goddamn self. Misogynistic. Automatically, obviously, that man is a misogynist, and he doesn't feel like I'm strong enough to open this goddamn door. How dare you, sir? If a man,
then they say chivalry is dead,
right? And then they wonder, men aren't chivalrous anymore. You fucking did this to yourselves. I don't fucking know what to tell you, but you brought this on ourselves. I fucking hate feminists nowadays. I can't stand it because it's nothing but man bashing. Whereas true feminism is about equality across the board. Females should be fucking first. Females need to be on the draft. That's feminism. Making shit fucking equal. If men at the age of 18 are required to sign up for selective service, so should women. Feminism. That right there is feminism. Not fucking man bashing. Not saying not being oh, we're going to do a women's march because we're fucking oppressed in the goddamn United States of fucking America. No, we're fucking not. Take those goddamn pussy hats off. Take that stupid vagina costume off. And that's fucking another thing. These bitches are out here wearing fucking vaginas as costumes, but get fucking offended because a pilot drew a fucking dick in the sky? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm going insane.
Tell me this makes.
Take a deep breath, please.
I'm so sorry that I was yelling, everybody, but okay, I'm okay now. I'm so sorry.
Would it be sexual harassment if I called a woman a hooker like you do? You know how you say, that hooker. If I said you look like a hooker today and that means that you look badass, what's the difference? When does it become sexual harassment?
I don't know.
Do you sexually harass people by calling them hooker?
I don't know. I mean, I probably am, and I don't fucking give a shit. I'm going to call you a hooker. I'm going to call you a fucking heifer. It's going to be one or the other. I don't fucking care.
I love to hear you call them that. I love to hear you call them
that. Yes, cause. Yes, equal opportunity. Now we need a pilot to draw a vagina. Yes, fucking do it.
A lot of it coming out. It's coming out of Hollywood with all of these people. It's coming out now with athletes and
such a double standard, though.
Representative in the House.
It's a double fucking standard, and I fucking The thing that gets me going the most is hypocrisy and double standards, and how for whatever fucking reason it's okay for one side to rub in your face like, oh, here's a fucking pussy in your face, like, look at my fucking hat, look at my goddamn costume, but how dare you, sir, draw a dick in the sky? Like, no, that's crossing the line. It's like, but it's both genitalia, it's both in your face, so what the fuck is the difference?
What about the Senate election going on in Alabama, and the picture of Roy Jones grabbing that girl's chest or her plate carrier?
Oh yes, I want to know
The
why.
picture of him groping her.
Want to know why his fucking picture and that goddamn story is not all over the fucking news, whereas fucking
So he
Moore,
grabbed the plate carrier?
yeah,
He's grabbing her tits.
Like,
he's grabbing her tits.
he
in
was-
the picture.
he was
She's like there
miming
asleep.
as though he was groping her
So is he
titties.
grabbing plate carrier, or
No,
is he
he was-
grabbing legit boobs?
No, he was
He's got his
miming.
hands like
It was
he's
a
grabbing
mime.
He's got his two hands like he's grabbing melons. He is grabbing her tits. She's laying there with her Kevlar pulled down
passed
and
out.
asleep. She's laying there with her plate carrier, her frag vest on top of her, and he's got both of his hands like he would be grabbing her tits. He can't touch them because of the plate carrier, but the shape of his hands and everything, you can tell that's
Like, that's what he was fucking grabbing, is that he was pantomiming grabbing titties.
yes,
For
you can tell
whatever,
that.
but because there's not a fucking R within parentheses around his last goddamn name, that is the only reason it is not all over the fucking news and like
And he
plastered
was
in
a
front of
judge.
everybody. It's the only reason.
He's trying. He's
Can
trying
I,
to
can I
fucking
play devil's advocate?
He's trying to play that one chick lifted his signature and put it in her yearbook from so many years ago, and there's so many sexual assault charges that's come out of him when he was a district attorney. He's a judge, and there's all the shit in women. And his base and his party's like, it's been 40 fucking years.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up election. They're having it, I think the first 10 days of December. That's a fucked up election because that we need the GOP to control the Senate, and there's people wanting to write in. Trump won't endorse anybody. There's people in Alabama that want that Luther guy to be a write-in candidate, the one that Trump praised. Was a judge, real big old tall guy. Out that Alabama election is going to be crazy, man. Where Jeff Sessions left to take the bullshit attorney general's position. He's not doing a good job doing. The Justice Department needs to put a bit in their mouth. He is fucking over the states. He's fucking over a lot of people with medical marijuana when he claims that he's going to. Yeah, Jeff Sessions saying that he's going to give more money to the DOJ to go against the states that have legalized marijuana, either for medicinal or recreational purposes. That's one of his big things. He does not have any intention of bending or swaying or entertaining the idea of legalization of marijuana. I am a strong advocate for it. Thanks so much, Minx, for going into the third hour. We've got 25 minutes.
I know.
We're almost done.
I know.
We're almost.
It's been such a good hour. Like I'm like, honestly though, I'm so sorry, you guys, that I was like literally screeching into your ears. Sorry.
You're smiling and laughing.
I am, but like at the same time, like this is something that, I'm kind of passionate about. I don't like fake bitches. I don't like fake victims when it comes to sexual harassment, sexual assault. Again, one of my close, like he's literally like one of the best friends that I've got who's male, who was victim to hold on, John. I don't have a heart monitor anymore. I fucking turned that shit in on Wednesday, and I was so happy because I was like, I can shower now. Anyways, neither here nor there. But like, you know, I've said this a couple times. You know, it's the females who cry rape after getting caught, and these women who fucking wait decades before coming forward and being like, oh yeah, he raped me. Okay, and it's like, you know, on the one hand, it's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, you want to believe her because, again, speaking as, you know, a survivor of rape, speaking as a victim who's been raped, having someone not believe you is so frustrating, and you're like, you're trying to prove to them, like, no, this legit happened to me. But on the other hand, you're like, why the fuck did you wait 40 goddamn years to say anything?
You know what you're doing?
What?
You know exactly what you're doing? Compare that to the fucking veterans that, you know, have been home from Vietnam for 20 years, and all of a sudden the GWAT vets come home and there's this new diagnosis of PTSD.
Yes.
And all of a sudden every fucking dick that gets out of the military claims PTSD, and they never went outside the wire. They never fucking deployed.
Well, okay.
You know, and
hold on.
Like just military
Hold
sexual
on.
trauma victims and rape victims, you get infuriated because some bitch, you know, did that shit when it was totally against your will. Think of it the other way. That fucking veteran piece of shit that says he has PTSD that don't even know how to strap a fucking Kevlar on.
Okay, yes. That
It's that
I understand.
Kind of it's that kind of anger. I feel some of your fucking pain, just in a different way.
Yeah.
Just in a different way.
Like, I don't know. It's just it's a double-edged sword, you know? And you look like an asshole if you believe the one side, and you look like an asshole if you know, go with the other side. Either way, you're a fucking asshole. I don't know.
Why do they have to make notes? That one chick that claimed that it was 40 years ago, why do these people have to write notes what they're going to say? And it's like they know when they're going to try their best to cry.
I don't know.
You know, every one of them's reading statement. You know,
like,
why don't they say what happened? And, you know,
for me,
with that, Mr. Speaker, I used to back the balance of my time.
For me, you know, I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot of therapy, trying to deal with, you know, what happened to me and get to where
You're so
I'm you know, I'm comfortable. I'm fucking comfortable talking about it now, you know, because I've talked about it a lot. So I fucking know, like, you know, I can fucking just tell you, I'll fucking give you details about what happened, and oh yeah, this is what it was like that night. Like, I can fucking give you details. But you know, I don't know, like you said, I don't know why these women are coming out and they're like having to read off of notes, because when it happens, it's burned into your fucking subconscious. You know, time slows down. You know everything that happens because it's a complete violation of you, right? And get to the point of the sword, Minx. Or just be the point of the sword. Yeah, you know, fuck it. Fuck them all. But, you know, these women who come back, you know, decades later, and they're having to read off of a piece of paper, you know, and be like, oh yeah, this is what happened. I question that because, you know,
if you have a veteran that suffers from PTSD,
mm-hmm.
he doesn't typically keep a diary. Now, some people did, you know, but he doesn't typically keep a diary of that he shot this person.
No.
There are triggers. You know, there are triggers. There's smells. There's a sight of black smoke, thinking it could be a burning vehicle. The smell of diesel fuel. That's what triggers that shit. Why? I don't need to sit down and have someone to write you a diary to tell you the experience of combat to diagnose the patient with PTSD. The same as you don't need to sit there and open up and say every fucking detail to get your point across.
Yeah, because
You know.
those who have seen it know it. You don't
Most
need
definitely.
you don't need a piece of paper to remind you, like, oh yeah, this is what happened. It's like, no,
They
it's in my
have to have
fucking
their notes
head.
wrote down. They got to have their notes written down and know when to start crying. And
Right.
you know, this is 40
Cry
years
now.
ago, and they remember everything.
You know,
And
and so, like, and that's why I said it's a double-edged sword, because on the one side, as someone who, you know, has had sexual trauma, I want to believe everyone who comes forward and says, like, oh yeah, I'm a victim of it. But then there's the logical part of me who's like, why have you waited 40 years? You know, like,
Let me ask
and
you this.
I get
Is
it because, you know, like the first time it happened, you know, I went and reported it, but I went about it the wrong way. And like, it wasn't the way that I wanted to do it. And it was before the Army revamped their whole sexual assault thing, whatever. And
Let me
then
ask
the
you this.
times that it happened afterwards, like, it was my choice not to report it, and that's my choice. Am I gonna go after the dude who fucking did it now? No, because I don't want to fucking go back and relive through all of that. Like, I've moved past that point of my life. I'm not gonna fucking be like, oh, it's been 30 years since you fucking raped me, so now I'm gonna fucking come after you.
Do you think that it gets that way because it gets publicized and all of a sudden that damn representative put hashtag Me Too, so now everybody in the fucking world that, you know, their daddy watched them change their underwear when they was 5, all of a sudden you were sexually harassed, but you're not going to talk about it until you're 40. You know, I mean, these people are reliving this shit, and I know I seared in their memory, but they need to write notes and stuff that happen. You know, and there's just so much bickering, and I mean, that's a fucking Senate election that they're sending there in December. Hopefully it's going to be a Republican, but there's a lot of shit slinging down there.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll fucking see what happens. But
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
right? Fucking exactly.
Thanks.
No, thank you for calling in again. Oh, okay. Well, bye. So yeah, those of you, obviously most of you guys don't know, but I know, is that Pookie had something come up, and so he is no longer on the phone. So now it's just me. Now you guys are stuck listening to me. So I don't know what to tell you. Sucks to suck. But yeah, no, it's just me. Sorry, you guys. Minx, go like our page. You too, MD. Oh, Trevor, you're Sergeant Spooky? Interesting. What do you mean by spooky? I'm so confused. Wait, Allison, who has the best voice ever? Because I don't know if it's me. Like, most people don't like my voice. Exactly, cause 50 minutes left. You can do it. I don't know. We'll fucking see. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm trying to stop this whole profanity thing. Whether or not that works, we'll find out. So yeah, okay. So something that we had talked about earlier is that, thanks, Allison. So the Air Force could face record lawsuits over the shooting that happened in Texas last week. So the Air Force faces many millions of dollars in potential liability for the mass shooting in a small town church in Texas earlier this month by a former service member, legal experts say. Quote, I think it's almost inevitable that the Air Force will be sued, said retired general, or lieutenant general, there we go, I know how to fucking read. Maybe, I don't know. Richard Harding, former judge advocate general of the service. He's also quoted as saying, and I think there's a cause that can be made. You bet. Or sorry, a case. God. Ugh. I'm just going to stop talking. My tongue's numb. I don't know what's going on with my hands. Trevor, if you want to call back in, you can totally do that. We can talk some more. This is great. You were great to talk to. John, if you want to talk to me as well, by all means, fucking call in. It's going to be a great time. It's the last 14 minutes of the show. So by all means, the phone lines are open. And the wine. Exactly, Allison. And the wine. Speaking of, the wine I'm drinking tonight, it's called Manuscript, and it's like this red blend, and it's amazing. It's so good. I may have had almost the entire bottle tonight. Possibly. I can neither confirm nor deny. Spencer, yeah, if you want to fucking call in, call in. I don't give a shit. We can fucking bullshit for the next 13 minutes. I don't care. We had some good callers. Tell us a story. Oh, goodness. Most of my stories are medical. Most people don't like them. Like, they get nauseous. Oh, that's right, cause happy birthday to Katie. Mrs. Katie. Happy birthday. She's in her, 20s, so I don't really remember. Bill says retired general gets to stay because their politics or policies should be... What? Dude, Bill, I can't understand what you just wrote. John, wife told me to be nice. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of a story. Oh! One time, I don't know if I've really talked about this, but I have a lot of older brothers. I swear, Allison, don't. I don't want 13 minutes of fucking toilets flushing. Okay, so anyways, so I have 4. I have 4 older brothers. And so one time, I grew up, as a 90s kid. So, fucking rollerblading was the shit, man, right? And so my older brothers built a half pipe on the side of the house. And then apparently got bored with it and then decided to play firefighters and lit it on fire. They lit our half pipe on fire, and then they went about putting it out with a garden hose. Because boys. Rick, former corpsman, the stories don't bother me. Dude, seriously, I've got some fucking stories to tell. Like, I've seen some shit. Oh. I'm sorry, Allie. No, I mean, there's Allie and then there's Allison in the chats. I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, it was a story. It's a short one. But yeah, apparently, the neighbors called, 911 because they saw that there was a fire next to the house. And, so, cops and firefighters and EMTs show up to the house. And so does my stepdad because, these are his kids. And it's like, oh, you tried to set the house on fire. And then, but their whole thing was like, well, we're playing firefighters, so we put the fire out. I don't know. Like, I don't understand why we're in trouble. Let's see what else. Exactly. So, and then another time, so the next oldest, so I'm come from a family of 7. So I've got 3 older stepbrothers, an older half brother, then it's me and my sister, and then a younger half brother, right? So, the next oldest stepbrother for me, he is 6 years older than me. He was like one of the trouble, like he was a trouble child, which is funny because, he ended up stealing the Bronco one day. or weekend, I should say, when he was 13, and we did kind of a a mini family trip, but by like family, it was my stepdad, my mom, myself, my sister, and then the baby. And I don't know, I don't know why we left the older brothers at home, but we did. And so when we did, my one brother stole the Bronco and took it for a joyride at 13 years old. Like, I've got a couple brothers who had to go do, what was it called? You know, like those camps for troubled teens. Yeah, I've got two brothers who had to do that. And it's funny because those two went on to join the Marine Corps. And and then the one got out of the Marine Corps and became a cop. And I'm like, you were the worst one of like all of us. Like, you were the one who was constantly getting the cops called on and like constantly being brought home by the police. Like, and now you're the cop. Like, really? How does this work? But so it's kind of like poetic justice, I guess. But anyway, like, you know, I love my brothers. They're awesome. The one, I honestly, I have no idea what he does. He travels a lot. I know he works on a computer. I can't tell you what he does for a living though. Another brother, the first one who joined the Marine Corps, he is now a carpenter, and he does custom cabinets and custom kitchens and fucking custom everything. He's amazing at it. If you live in the Bay Area of California and you want custom cabinets, let me know. I can get you in touch with my brother. He's gonna do a phenomenal job. And then the one who always got in trouble with the cops, he is now a juvie correctional officer. I think that's what he is. I don't know. He was a cop, and now he's he deals with fucking juvies. That's all I know, which is fucking ironic and like full circle for him, considering that's what he was. And then there's me, and then there's my sister, who she and I are completely opposite. So my sister is like, my sister is the basic white girl. Like, whatever vision that is for you, that's my sister. That's my sister. And then my little brother, he tried to kill me once with a golf club. Asshole. Yeah. And then he would, switch on who was his favorite sister depending on the day and who paid more attention to him. So that was not me a lot of the time, because most of the time I was always reading in my room, like with the door closed. That was like my parents' favorite punishment to give me, was like not grounding me from like friends or whatever, because I really honestly didn't go out a lot in high school. I really didn't. I would close my door and I'd fucking read instead of doing homework. Yeah. That was me growing up. Like, I didn't fucking drink. I didn't have sex. I didn't do drugs. Like, I was like, what is this thing with boys? Like, why would I do that when I have this hot man in this book that I'm reading that I'm having like a mental affair with? And yeah, no, that was me. The army corrupted the shit out of me so bad. What is my definition of average white girl? Eric, I love Minx drunk. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. No, okay, so my definition of like average white girl is it's basic white girl. My sister is, she really is. She is this stereotypical, like, oh my god, I love fall. Oh my God, leggings. Oh my God, my fucking like North Face jacket. What else? What else? You know, oh, I gotta go to Starbucks every goddamn day. She fucking Instagrams everything. She Snapchats everything, like with the fucking filter. I feel so bad for her boyfriend. I've even sent him a message. I'm like, I'm so sorry. You have to deal with my sister. But he does. He makes her happy, so that's all that matters. I don't know. Right? I am Kaz's favorite stepdaughter, by the way. He's not like, you know, like my legal stepdad, I guess would be the best way to put it. But like, you know, he's the best stepdad ever. Yes. Well, to an extent, John, because, you know, again, you know, born and raised, my whole family, born and raised in California, you know, and so being in that state that, which is so blue and it's so fucking diehard liberal, the fact that, you know, I've been able to maintain, like, you know, conservative values and conservative ideas is beyond amazing. But what's more amazing is that my sister, who still lives in California, is able to maintain the same views and political viewpoints and beliefs that I have. And my sister's a huge Trump supporter. She's like, it's fucking awesome. He got in. Like, fuck Hillary. And I'm like, yes. Okay, yes. Like, we can agree on this. Because my sister and I are, like, opposite ends of almost everything else. Super girly. I'm not. I don't, you know, she's I don't know if you guys have seen that YouTube video of, like, you know, the Instagram husband, but like the wives in that fucking video. I was like, that's my sister. And which is why I sent it to my sister's boyfriend. I was like, hey, look, this is your life. I'm sorry. And he was like, yeah, you're right. But, you know, apparently he loves her, so he makes her happy, and so that's all that matters. But okay. Oh, me in a dress. Okay, no, I've got a picture of that. Like, you know, like last weekend I was in Vegas. I did wear a dress. I was in boots because, again, I don't do fucking heels ever, except for like on job interviews and in process and, like, you know, orientation for a job. That's the only time you'll see me in heels. I'm in boots or my scrub clogs. Then yeah, that's it. Or barefoot. One of those three. But yeah, I did wear a dress in Vegas. It was rather short. Like, if I had bent forward, my ass would have been hanging out. It's like, oh, hello. And I forgot my shorts. Like, I normally wear, like, spandex shorts underneath dresses, and I completely forgot those, and I did not bring them. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So I guess I should post a picture of that on my Minx page so everyone can see, like, oh, hey, look, it's Minx in a dress. And can be like, yeah, yes, it is. Right? Well, I know. Oh, well, cause I have gained some weight since then, so I don't know if I look that good. But, you know, whatever. Neither here nor there, right? Tomato, a dildo. What's the difference? I hate tomatoes, though. Anyways. Oh, wait. All right. So, as everyone knows, we do a show set on 6 nights a week now. So tonight is Friday Night Freedom with myself, Minx. And I may have been drinking just a little bit, but it's okay because I'm a fun drunk and that's all that matters, right? And so tomorrow we have Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy and Pookie and Doc Madness. And they have a guest tomorrow night. You guys, they have Greg Stevens from the Research and Investigations of the Paranormal, which I'm so excited about. Like, I'm going to be tuning in and being like, yes, like, I want to hear these guys, because I fully believe that, like, ghosts and, like, things that we can't, like, things that go bump in the night, like, that's a legit thing. Like, those things exist. Oh, what am I drinking? Hold on, I will show you. Oh, I'm drinking Manuscript. It's a red blend. I can't tell you what's in it because that requires reading right now, and that's just not going to happen, especially because it's like sideways and not going to happen. Anyways, so yeah, so I totally believe. I can't wait for tomorrow's show. And then Sunday, we've got the return of the Green Room this Sunday night with Jason and Charlie and Kaz. And you guys, it's been a long time since they've been on. Anyways, the Green Room is our 420 friendly show. We are the only veteran-based radio station out there who has a show like this. So you definitely want to tune in if you are 420 friendly. And even if you're not, just fucking tune in. You'll learn some new shit. Monday, we have the Monday edition with Ice. And he is going to have Vicky and Lisa from Full Circle Home. Now, Full Circle Home is a 100% volunteer, not-for-profit organization that connects deployed service members with their loved ones across the country and on bases around the world. So you definitely want to, I was about to say call in for that, but no, just listen in. Sorry, someone just tried calling in. I need to get through this. This show's over. Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesday with myself, Minx, and my co-host, Gray Cloud. So that's when you'll see me again, is on Tuesday. Well, okay, so this upcoming Tuesday, because I am moving this weekend, so I don't know if I will have all my stuff set up for this upcoming Tuesday, and I'm on call. So I don't know if I'm going to be still at the hospital. Anyways, Gray Cloud will be here. He's awesome to listen to. He has great points of views. He can get triggered on some shit, and then he goes on epic rants. It's a good time. So try to trigger him. And then, so that's Tied Up Tuesday. And then we have Sergeant's Time, which is on Thursday, and that's with Ice. Wait for it. Mike Golf. There we go. And Doc Madness. And then we come back to Friday Night Freedom, and that's with me, Minx. And so all of our evening shows start at 2000 or 8 p.m. Eastern. For those of you who do not understand military time, I understand sometimes it's difficult. We also have afternoon shows now. We have Jose's Taco Truck, which is on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons starting at noon Eastern time. So all the times are Eastern time because I can't math. Math was not my strong suit, so I don't know how to convert it for you guys. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in for Friday Night Freedom with me, Minx. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you everyone for calling in. If you did call in, the last caller, I'm sorry I did not answer you, but I'm trying to go to sleep. I've been up since 4:30 this morning, and I was on call last night, which means I slept like shit. So yeah, fucking hang around because Kaz is doing a bit of an after show. He's not going to be taking callers, but he will be doing an after show. So again, everyone, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I've really appreciated it. And I cannot wait to see you guys and hang out with you guys again. So, yeah. Have an outstanding rest of your Friday night. Have an amazing weekend and a safe weekend. And, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Bye, guys.
past noon. Gotta get it together, I gotta stay in tune. Same time's against me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. I gotta buy some time. The key to freedom lies across the state line.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Well, what's going on, everybody? This is Kaz, and you have stumbled upon WTF Nation Radio. This is not really a show. It's an after hours kind of like an equipment test. Spanky and I did a little bit of a test last night, and I think things went good. I'm just kind of, I guess, retesting. Because I'm going to be broadcasting for the Green Room guys on Sunday evening at 2000 hours. So I just want to make sure everything's working out fucking standing for those guys. And here I am. Thank you all for tuning in. I wish I had an actual show planned, but I don't. I'm just really trying to, test the OBS, make sure the computer can handle all the video and stuff. It takes a lot to broadcast. So. You gotta go and practice, man. It's like going to the range, man. You got to go to the range and practice and kill paper for a long time just to become efficient. So here we are. This is my control room. It's really great you guys could be here. If you find something that's bad, just let me know. This is a way for me to learn. This is a way for me to see if my settings are correct, if my voice is too loud, if the music is too loud, or if when I talk over the music, if the music's overpowering the voice, then I need to make some adjustments. So thanks, man. Shit. How about Minx's show, man? That was pretty fucking awesome. Really enjoyed that show. When Pookie dropped offline, I really wanted to call in just to have her, to allow Minx to have somebody to bounce off of, but I really wanted to just be a consumer of the show, and I really enjoyed it. She's a very dynamic speaker, and I don't know, man. I've got nothing but good things to say about Minx's show, man. It's a whole lot of fun. We've got shows 6 nights a week now, working on 7 nights, but now we've got shows 6 nights a week. Monday you can catch Ice doing the Monday edition. On Tuesdays, Tied Up Tuesday with Minx again. Wednesday is kind of our limbo day. Thursday is Sergeant's Time with Ice, with the main page guys. They talk about issues military related. It's like Sergeant's Time. Everyone has their team training days, and that's what is discussed. It's military issues. Friday, of course, as you experienced tonight, was Friday Night Freedom. Saturday night is Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Reddy. If you haven't checked out Saturday Night Savagery, it's really an outstanding show. Jay Reddy is our resident Viking. He's up there at in the Kansas City area. He also does a lot of work with War Horses for Veterans, which is one of our partners. You can catch them at warhorsesforveterans.com. What they do, it's equine therapy. And if you go to warhorsesforveterans.com, fill out an application. The War Horses for Veterans folks will buy you a plane ticket, fly you to Kansas City. They'll put you in a really nice hotel, and then you have that entire weekend to spend time working with horses. And I've got nothing but great things to say about War Horses for Veterans. It's a really good time. It's a really good opportunity to get out of your own head, spend some time with these really majestic animals. They'll feed you, dude. A collection of the staff here at WTF Nation Radio went out to War Horses for Veterans earlier this year, and I don't know about anybody else, but the entire trip cost me $26, and that was to park my car at the airport. I didn't spend a nickel there. It's really a great time. War Horses for Veterans was featured on the Megyn Kelly show on the Today Show earlier. Was it this week or was it last week? But if you go on the internet and if you look up Megyn Kelly and War Horses for Veterans, you'll see the segment with everybody there. They're just a really great organization. So I don't know what to talk about right now. So apparently my video's good. My processor is really doing awesome. So I don't think this is going to be a problem. So definitely be able to do all this video cool stuff on the Facebook Live. We're not doing Facebook Live right now, but I've got no doubts that the broadcast on Sunday is going to be outstanding. So with that, I'm going to play a little bit of music. If you guys want to hear something, send me a little message here in the Mixer chat, and I'll hang out for a little bit. And shit, man, let's play some music.
WTF Nation Radio.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
And I'm back. What's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out. We've got a lot of watchers here on Mixer. I really appreciate it. It's just kind of like a sound check. You know, it's not a real show. Just kind of playing some music, having a good time. I really appreciate everyone hanging out, having a good time. I did want to talk about the turkey thing. There's a thing now. It's I guess it's a fiery. What the hell they call that? The flaming Cheetos. Like you mash them all up and then you kind of use that as a turkey rub. You know, you rub that on your turkey and you bake it, I guess, as you normally would. It's got potential. I'm not sold on it yet. I think it's got potential. I've never deep fried a turkey myself, but I have eaten deep fried turkey. It's really, really delicious. It's really it's not dried out, man. It's really good stuff. So what is everyone doing for Thanksgiving, man? You guys traveling to see families? Family coming to see you? Really, really wish I can go and see my girls for the holiday season, but man, it's expensive to travel, and fundage is the way that it is, and I got to see my girls in July, and it was freaking awesome. Yeah, if I could see them every weekend, it would be great. But hey, things are the way they are. Wow, man. I'm sorry to hear that. God bless your grandmother, man. Well, I think I'm going to call it, man. My video's working good. My processor is screaming along. Everything looks awesome, and the reason I know that is because of y'all. I'm getting a lot of really good feedback about everything, and everything just looks. I'm looking at all my levels. I'm looking at all my monitors, and this is. It's like what Red Leg says. When he does his broadcast, he's got all these monitors to pay attention to, and he kind of looks like a crackhead, kind of looking at everything. But there's a lot to pay attention to, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to play maybe another song or two, and I'm going to hit the rack, man. Thank you all very much for hanging out. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Saturday Night Savagery with Jay Rady. Sunday's The Green Room. Monday, we're back again with the Monday edition with Ice. Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesdays. Wednesdays are Limbo Day. Thursdays is Sergeant's Time with Ice. And Fridays, we've come full circle, and it's back to Friday Night Freedom. Love you all, man. We'll see you tomorrow. See, here I am looking in this direction here. That's weird. The music isn't playing. That's because the volume's all the way down. How about that? I can turn the volume up, and then maybe you can hear some stuff.
Did you make a wish? Yeah. What'd you wish for?
I wish for a big movie.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Times that you rained on my parade, and all the clubs you get in using my name. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. You think I'm crying on my own, well I ain't. And I didn't want to write a song, 'cause I didn't want everyone thinking I still care, I don't. But you still hit my phone up, and baby, I'll be moving on. And I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Baby, you should know that my mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong, but I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on. And now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and fuck yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and fuck yourself. And when you told me that you hated my friends, the only problem was with you and not them. And when you tried to tell me my opinion was wrong, then tried to make me forget where I came from, And I didn't want to write a song, 'cause I didn't want everyone thinking I still care. I don't, but you still hit my phone up. And baby, I'll be moving on, and I think you should be something I don't wanna hold back. Baby, you should know that my mama don't like you and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong, but I've been so caught up in my job, didn't see what's going on. And now I know I'm better sleeping on my own. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and fuck yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and fuck yourself. Times that you made me feel small, I fell in love, now I feel nothing at all. I never felt so low when I was vulnerable. Was I a fool to let you break down these walls? 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and fuck yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and fuck yourself. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and fuck yourself. And if you think that I'm still holding on to something, you should go and fuck yourself. 'Cause if you like the way you look that much.
Is it just me, or does this? I like this song because Halsey sings it. When Bieber sang it, I'm like, nah. Yeah, it has a lot more meaning when Halsey sings it.
'Cause if you like the way you look that much, well, baby, you should go and fuck yourself.
And a little bit of Hailstorm. I'm going to sign off after this tune. Thank you all very much for hanging out, man.
Say what some couldn't say, couldn't break through under the influence of you. Incoherent truth serum, just enough to make me bulletproof. I'm so over this love gone violent. I'm drunk and brave enough to say what some couldn't say. Criminal in my mind, I've been doing time, believing in the lie that you still loved me. Waking up for slamming of the door, always wanting more but never giving. Sick of crying, tired of trying, always buying into every kiss. Not this time, I'm gonna say what some couldn't say, couldn't break through under the influence of you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. This is Kaz at WTF Nation Radio. And I'm signing off, man. Y'all have a really, really awesome evening.